Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Maid Shot, the Maids of Roswald. I am your host, Wuten, playing as Maiden Heaven, and below me we have Ebony playing as Flamme.
Fantasy.
Did you just
Final Flamtasy.
Final Flamtasy?
By Flamtasy Flan.
Yes.
God. Below that, below Ebony, we have, what pun are you going to come up with, Guti?
I'm caught so unprepared.
Florentina.
Flortesi Town? Like after that Pokemon village? I don't know.
I guess that works. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know.
Fine. Chaotic. Next up, we have Chaotic playing as Leona.
Leona Augustine, head maid of the Roswald estate.
And of course, last but certainly not least, we have Kai playing as Rena. I had to look. I had to look because I was going to say 0 for the other one.
I mean, technically his name uses the kanji for 0, so you're right.
I would only be half
I'm
wrong.
just double 0.
Yeah, there you go. And of course, over on the right-hand side, we have our benevolent DM of the evening, Solar.
I am a benevolent GM, aren't I? I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't done anything mean to you guys. I just gave you 3 darling children to look after.
Exactly.
In your capable hands.
Exactly.
You guys are capable, right?
Yeah,
Of course.
Of course.
You're not gonna let anything happen to these kids, right?
Of
They
course
work,
not.
Kate.
Exactly. Confidence. Good.
A slow and insidious killer. Anyway.
The greatest poison of all.
Kindness.
Yeah. Alright, so,
I do
Welcome
feel
back,
you
guys.
stab someone in the neck and smile while they bleed out.
I mean,
hopefully they don't.
you guys
bleed
haven't
out.
given me the opportunity yet. So, welcome back. How are we doing, guys? Last time, you did some little investigations. You were woken up, though, a little earlier than usual, by a force approaching your castle, which was a squadron of griffins from Gontakill, who warned you that there were some northern forces last seen heading in your direction.
A small band of maybe 4 to 5 northerners just making their way around and not sure where they're skulking in the shadows.
Those
Like a bunch of
savages.
thieves and ne'er-do-wells.
Dirty fucking
Ne'er-do-wells,
savages.
thieves, savages, barely even human.
Yeah.
You'd never, ever, ever live with that kind of ilk, would you?
Well,
You're right.
I
We would
mean-
never.
You would never.
We would never.
you know.
Absolutely
Boy,
not.
sure am glad I got that ring of sustenance.
Yeah, isn't that great? You're
Sleep
welcome.
with one eye open.
Well,
You're very welcome
Speaking-
about that.
Yeah, speaking of northerners, you went to go meet with one, a prisoner, who had been taken back by the Gontakillian forces some years ago, and has been a source of information on the north for certain groups such as the Cullen Association. You introduced him as Enam. And Enam has, after some proving of trust, agreed to help you where he can in discovering a potential solution to Elia's illness. Also, you guys met D's nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
D and his
Alright.
nuts. D and his nut stand.
D and his nut stands. Welcome to D's nuts.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Luna. Thank
is-
you so much for putting these things in my campaigns.
Putting these nuts in your campaign.
This is peak fucking D&D.
This is peak D&D. This is how it goes. Right. So, you guys are on your way back from your little journey. You return to the castle from your trip easily enough. Enam, your prisoner, is conforming to your orders. He does not struggle or argue, but merely remains silent. As you walk through the city streets, people gawk and stare at the strange, manacled creature you drag with you. Some mention the word centaur or other strange creatures, but you hear no one in the crowd is able to identify the beast. But other than that, you receive no retaliation or anything like that. More just shock. As you move through the streets, the 3 children you brought with you are also kind of unable to help themselves, gawking at this creature which they have never seen before. When you said to them that a visitor was coming to help Elia, I don't think they expected it to be this.
Yeah, what's so wrong with this?
I don't know.
We'll find
You
out,
gonna
won't
ask
we?
them?
I don't know if they said anything out loud.
No,
so.
they haven't said anything out loud. Mm-hmm. Just more shock and surprise. But as you are moving through the city, Enam will try to get one of your attentions, probably Leona or Florentina.
Well, seeing as I'm a leadery type, I will fall back on the horse to see what it is that he's gesturing about, I suppose. Look down off my horse, now probably about the same height, actually.
Yeah, kind of are. To look at each other.
A bit odd to me because I'm used to having to look down from a horse to speak to somebody.
Mm-hmm. I must also inform you. I require certain... what would be the word in this language? Spell components for the ritual.
Magical arts usually do require some form of physical material, as far as I'm aware. I'm certain that that Heka should be more than capable of finding what it is you require.
Who is this Heka you speak of?
She is the Cullen who pointed us in your direction.
Ah,
You will meet with her soon enough, once we return to the castle.
I did not realize that you were in league with the crows.
This-
Sense motive there.
Sure.
Ooh.
26.
Roll pose check for that. You can detect in his voice maybe the slightest trace of animosity, but not anything that they're showing outwardly.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Wow.
Especially if he's been imprisoned for a while on essentially their orders to poke and prod.
Mm-hmm.
In such case, I will require a few expenses. 250 golds worth of incense, and 4 pieces of ivory worth 50 gold each.
Mm-hmm. He's reading off his spell list, understood.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's like, yes, my spell component.
Perhaps something that we should pick up, see if there's anything available for that in the markets before we leave.
I'd say this is a right.
I will look at him for a second. I look like I'm thinking for a moment. Thank you for bringing this to my attention before we left. And a very small nod before I move back to the front.
He will also nod. Okay.
Trying to, he's our prisoner, but we're promising to free him, gotta give him some measure of respect,
Some measure of respect.
At which point I will try to ride over to Rena, seeing as she is the resident, knows where to get the things in the city. And I will ask you, Rena, I have been informed by our guest that we have a few items that he may require before he's able to further look into Alia's condition. Do you think perhaps you might be able to find these for me? We will wait at the gates for you. Perfect.
Just give me a list, and I will meet you guys at the gate.
We will wait for you there. I will write down what he had told me, which was the price of the incense, and we'll assume maybe it's a specific type of incense. It's kind of rare or something.
Perhaps.
As well as ivory. Now, where we get ivory from is a good question. I'm not sure what kind of creatures have ivory, but that's fine. So,
On some elephants.
where are said elephants?
I don't know. We're making nature check.
I'm
Some
sure
land that doesn't exist?
I'm sure there are dire elephants somewhere, some kind of like mammoth beast. That
Or
we
maybe
can get at the
saber-toothed tigers? Saber-toothed cats? Saber-toothed mountain
There's many.
lions?
Question.
Hey, we're
Can
in a fantasy land.
No, I have a question. If I summon a creature that has ivory teeth, if that's cut off, does that disappear?
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
would
work.
assume it
Ah,
disappears,
shit.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
You would have to call said creature for that to happen, so... And I don't think they'd appreciate it very much.
There are some adventurers out there somewhere who are farming creatures
Ivory.
that drop ivory when killed.
I would personally assume it to be some kind of dire, like, saber-toothed mountain lion of some kind, so...
Mhm.
We could
At least
even
for
have
these
like
lands.
some kind of mammoth, like giant, like mammoth creatures somewhere.
Those definitely sound like they'd be in the north, so...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
and
so.
that might be why we need the ivory. Maybe it's imported.
Oh,
Maybe
that
it's
would make sense.
You see
Some
it
Part of the
adventurers that
reason
cross
why
over the mountain
fight's
range.
going on,
Yeah. So
wanting the resources.
yeah, go ahead and roll me a. What would be a good roll for this?
Nature?
I was gonna say knowledge, nature, but I was also gonna say if you're looking in the markets for it specifically, you could roll to just see if you could find somebody selling it as well.
You could find them in
Well,
the plains
probably be a bit of a-
Macalm doesn't exist.
That sounds like a local check.
Go ahead and do a local check then. I'll see if you can find any.
Technically, gather information feels like it'd work too, but that was rolled into diplomacy, so...
Yeah, that's a weird one.
I mean, you could if you're asking around, I'd allow that.
I can do it in diplomacy as well. I mean, 3 rolls.
Go ahead.
23 for the diplomacy.
Okay. So in terms of local checks, no, you don't know. It's a commodity that is kind of rare. It's not really used much these days, except for spell components. So after asking around, you do know that, there's usually, in the big city, there is usually a market for more or less anything. It's just going to be a matter of finding it.
Yeah, there's a lot of wizards here, and they need their spell components. So,
And if I know that it's used typically in magic, I can just go to the magic district and find component stores.
Sure.
find one of Ragnael's subsidiaries from his magic shop 50 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And I ask around and find the right shop, I assume, with my 23.
Yeah, go on. It's not too hard for you to navigate. I think it will take you a bit more time than... It's not a quick outing to find it, but you do find it today.
I was going to say we could actually use the gather information limits and see how long it takes.
Oh, is there an actual limiter on it? Oh my goodness.
Gather information normally takes 1d4 hours canvassing people at the local taverns, markets, and gathering places.
Okay, roll me a 1d4, Kai.
See how long it takes you to find this ivory and incense.
2 hours. Okay.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad. Yep, incense, otherwise, I feel like that one's a lot more commonly used because, temples are
It's a lot more manageable.
We like incense.
$200. 200 gold worth of incense.
It was 250, I think.
And
then
my god.
50,
Yes.
50 of ivory.
50
You're gonna be carrying
gold
like
worth
you're gonna be carrying like a bag on your back worth of ivory. Or,
yeah, it was
incense.
Incense, yeah.
It was 250 gold's worth of incense, and then 4 strips of ivory, each worth 50 gold.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've got strange shopping list, but
Nice.
yeah.
But
You are able to find
I
it.
achieved it within 2 hours, and then I meet y'all at the gate. Whatever
I'm
y'all
sure-
were doing in those 2 hours is up to you guys.
All right.
Maybe go to Roswald, get some nuggies, see
Yeah,
how
gotta keep the
the
kids
fucking-
entertained.
the fucking
Gonna get Theo the clown.
guest feels about Roswald.
Oh my god.
Well, you guys are at home, and yeah, is there anything you're doing in the 2 hours while you are at the gates?
I don't think so. I think
Just entertain the kids on my end.
yeah.
Okay, just entertaining the kids.
Keeping an eye out.
Mhm.
It's rather difficult to entertain them because they're all just still kind of like looking at this new person who's very interesting.
Indeed.
Are
It's
you
very
letting the kids get close?
No.
I mean,
On.
keep a close eye on them, but otherwise I don't see any reason
I-
to stop them.
Elia especially has to get used to him because of the ritual.
I'm gonna say maybe having them introduced is probably not a bad idea.
And having them get used to each other so she trusts him.
In fact, while we're waiting, it might actually be a good idea to introduce them. So while we're there, I will probably speak to Elia in a low tone.
Mm-hmm.
This
That
is the guest I spoke of, who Heka believes may be able to help aid you in any sort of way to deal with your condition. It may be worth introducing yourself to him.
I see. Well, this is certainly a surprise.
Believe you me,
Of
it is a
course.
surprise to me as well.
I see. Well, in that case, I will do my best. Very well.
So, when you get to the castle, I'm assuming you're bringing Enam inside. He is a bit big, but
If he
Control.
fits.
so the ceilings are high enough, but he might have to squeeze through some doors, I'd say.
Needs
Luckily,
to
that
lean
is
down.
absolutely possible. So,
Yes.
Ooh.
Are you uncuffing him?
Maybe not yet until we find somewhere we're going to put him.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
if you say something, by all means. My first one is to not do so until we put him where we want him. But
I also feel
obviously,
like
don't forget you can always talk to me through telepathy. So
That's true. We could put him in this room up here. There's a
Do we keep
couch and a
him-
toilet.
Yeah,
and
in
we
the
could-
in the collective, just be like, maybe one of the towers. Where were you pointing out, Kai?
On the second floor, there's a little room over here that has a toilet in it and a couch that doesn't seem to be connected to any other room. The couch could be an easy place for him to sleep, and there's a toilet.
one of the waiting rooms,
Mm-hmm. With the open toilet.
Yeah.
which I'm sure you can somehow figure out how to use.
If we keep the door closed, it's like not much of an issue. And I mean, we could even keep it locked for the time being until
Puts him close to Heka's room too. Actually, I believe this one was hers.
Yeah,
We can train him to use the toilet.
All right.
We can train him to use the toilet.
We're potty training the savage.
I know.
Okay.
I've heard that they just shit on the move. Can you imagine?
Florentina's just like, yeah, it's true.
Hey.
We did.
Scare where the saying "scare the shit out of them"
it's
came
easy.
from. You know?
When you're part deer, it's really just easy to kind of just like poop and move.
Okay. Well, on that lovely note,
Love it.
Get your bowels moving.
When they enter the courtyard here of the area of the castle, Elia will turn around and look to the deer boy, and will perform a polite curtsy while also like grabbing the shoulder of Averin and pulling him closer towards her, and also doing the same with Theo.
That's
Good
cute.
sir, I would like to take this moment to introduce myself. I am Princess Elia Roswald, and it would be my honor to welcome you to my castle, I suppose. I am the patient who is going to be in your charge this day.
I kind of look at her, and then I kind of look down at his cuffs and back and forth between the two of them as if I'm trying to ask if she wants to grant permission to take them off.
Yeah, sure. Arrange yourself on the map where you think you'd be. But she will look at...
Pretty much on this side, so...
Cool. She will look at you and she will, kind of surprised that you're giving her the option. She will nod, though.
I'll give a slight nod back, and I lean over to remove his cuff. This, to me, is more like it's the, I don't know. It's absolutely the orderly side. It's that kind of, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, this is, you show proper respect to a guest sort of deal. So,
yeah.
So then he leans over. She leans over, undoes the cuffs.
Nice.
It is warming to see that even a land such as this possesses the knowledge of guest rights. Thank you. I am Enam of the Jiwawa clan.
Pardon me, that's the Jijiwa clan.
Jijiwa, please.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Man, it's okay. I make stupid names.
It's fine.
It's a pun. It means time.
Fair.
It is an honor to meet the ruler of this land. Though, I must say, you are not what I was expecting when I heard of the ruler of this land. I was informed that it was a great warrior of some kind. You might be mistaking my father. He passed away a few years ago. Ah, my apologies. Well,
In that case, once we have entered your domain further, I will explain more of what I require for the ritual. I am told that you are possessing of some strange aversion to magic. I believe I have an answer that will not involve any magic upon you. And, who are the two beside you?
This is, this one grasping at my leg is Theo, and this one is Averin, they are my two, nephews. Go on, Averin, say hello. If you eat a deer, is it cannibalism?
He would.
I mean, that's an important question.
He would. He fucking would.
Your Highness.
Yes?
She just kind of gives like a look of just being like that kind of like look with her eyebrows, kind of like that he knows to mean best behavior.
making
the questions, hey.
Maiden making like the
question. That's a great question.
Maiden's making like the cut off neck part gesture, just like.
I mean, it's great to meet you. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're really cool.
Very well.
The EDA.
You are also cool. And he will try and look and make eye contact with Theo, but Theo will not make eye contact with him, to which he will not push that further. Very well.
He is a shy baby.
Shy baby proceeds forward.
Alright. Good deal.
Okay, so other than I'm assuming you meet with Struworth, Hecka, and goodness, I've forgotten everybody's name today. I'm not on my roll. Viella.
You're fine.
I'm assuming you run them down on everything. We don't have to go through all of that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. You run them down on everything that's happened and your plans. And while Viella and Struworth give you quizzical looks, they don't seem to stop you.
We be sure to let them know this was on Hecka's request. So.
Yes. Well, they accept that is the case, and they won't say anything further. Just, you get another "I hope you know what you're doing" look from Struworth. Other than that, he has no other complaints.
And look, I just want to say real quick too, as a large person, it already sucks having to duck, but imagine having to duck through doorways with antlers, bro.
On four legs.
God.
The world is not tall.
He's got to sit there and like turn his head sideways and like move it under the door frame.
Don't start with that shit. The world is not short people friendly. Do you know how many shelves I can't reach?
This is true.
That's what step ladders were invented
I can't even reach my microwave.
Okay, to be fair, let's rephrase this. World not friendly. There we go.
The world is
not friendly in general.
Everything's it just sucks.
Imagine being able to reach into your microwave normally. Ugh.
My God.
Well, you see, Kai, you just move here where everyone is short.
I'm gonna move to Japan where everybody is short, everything is small, and watch Christian hit his head on everything. It's gonna be funny.
I've seen some very small apartments in Japan. I looked at that thing and went, God, I don't think I could do that. It's too small. I could barely fucking move my arms. I'm like,
dude, if I turned in an apartment in Japan, I would knock over like all the utensils and the refrigerator.
Not even that. You'd literally stand up and end up in your upstairs neighbor's house.
Like, what type of fucking escape room ass hell is this?
Just to go to the bathroom, you have to sit there and go up the downstairs, open the door so it blocks the hallway, and then go back down the
I
stairs.
have to open the
into
window
bathroom.
in Japan to take a leak.
Well, you go.
Anyway,
So, other than that, go on.
I was going to say, as Florentina comes through here, and possibly comes into his line of view, she just gives a very just knowing and grateful nod that just kind of indicates, thank you for your continued cooperation after everything that we talked about, kind of thing.
He will give a half nod. Well, I believe there's only one other thing that happens. Now, this happened way back in the second session, but I believe you did ask Struworth for a little rundown of magic items that were in the castle. Or you asked him to look into it. Am I correct there?
Not
Yes.
I do kind of remember that.
remember.
maybe it had to do with the cutlery.
Yes, it was due to
It was
because
more
of the
because
cutlery.
we wanted to make sure that we didn't have anything else possibly hidden away within the any storage areas or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Another gift from Uncle Zane.
Yes. Well, he gets back to you on that, and he gives you a little list of the magic items that were found. Most of them are in Viela's room. Mostly scrolls, things like scrolls of sending, things that are very utility-based for her as a court mage.
Mm-hmm.
There is one, however, that stands out. And that is the courtyard statue.
Oh.
Mm.
And yeah, that's about it. That's just it's just a name on a list.
Interesting.
Talking about...
Might be worth inspection.
I was gonna do that. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say you can go ahead and do that, and in addition, I'll just ask Trueworth too, because he's been here a long time. Why is the statue magical?
Well, I can tell you that I'm not entirely savvy on its mechanics. However, I do know it is some form of magical security device. It has been in this castle for a very long time, since it was first built back in centuries ago now.
Who is it a statue of, by the way?
I can tell you. You
I would love to
probably
know.
would have read the plaque at some point. It is a ancient statue that depicts King Einhander I, the Fearless.
The one who united the country of Pleishufram.
Actually, that was the third.
Oh, really?
This is King Einhander I.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see.
But yes, other than that, that's all you really know. The plaque just says statue of King Einhander I, the Fearless.
Fair enough.
Any other any other information about it will require further checks or inspection.
Well, Flamme, I suppose, could do detection and identify spells. We could also ask Viela to help with that.
Of course. Yeah.
And I can make nobility checks to know more about Mr. Einhander the First if we need it for some reason. So.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, Enam will say, so, for a critical part of this spell to work, without involving
young Elia. It will require me to know about her. The more information I can discern about who she is as a person, the better. I would like to spend some time talking with the girl. That is the simplest way.
So, I will assume I'm over here with them. And what I will probably do then is look to Elia and say, would you be willing to spend some time with Enum here then?
Of course. I would be more than happy to spend some time having a... Oh, we could have a tea party! That's great! Oh, excellent.
I may ask Heka if she wishes to join you as well, and Florentina, looking over to her, would you be willing to as well? Oh no, he did.
No, Guti, no!
He's muted.
I'm sorry, I was muted because Luna was shuffling around in the room looking for some stuff.
Fair enough.
She replies to that saying, "That sounds wonderful, ma'am. The tea party sounds lovely, your highness."
Excellent.
I would not also be remiss to attending. Such an interesting specimen,
she says, looking at Enum, who seems to furrow his brow a little bit at seeing her.
Anyway.
Mind your
Show me-
manners. I say that
show
looking
me-
to Heka, so.
You do not know what what her response is because she is wearing a mask.
That is fair.
Anyway, show me where we will be conducting this ancient ritual you call a tea party. Ugh, this damn door.
Love it.
Florentina can't help but give a little. You can't help but give a little snort at that. Because truth be told, she probably did something similar at first.
Right. Okay.
Well, ma'am, where would you have us? Where would you have us position us, set up?
I think it's a little bit unspacious for our guest to have it inside. Outside seems better to me. Right.
She will move along and begin leading Enum to the courtyard.
I will telepathically speak to Rena to begin preparing tea, and I will go looking for, chairs or other thing, or whatever else may be required to have said tea party outside.
I bow in your direction at my order, and I turn towards the kitchen.
I begin looking for whatever else might be needed for an outside tea party, so probably some tables and chairs that I can move out very quickly.
And I will probably go and find some blankets we could probably keep nearby for the times they like to have little picnics out in the courtyard.
Yeah.
In that case, what I will do is I will begin looking into this statue,
says Viella.
In fact, let's bring Theo along as well. He might learn something. Are you coming too, Flamme?
Of course.
In that case, I'll put you in the castle, in the courtyard.
Alright.
Right. Now I've got to put all of the guards back on duty.
Yeah. Well,
God, I can't
Averin.
believe I actually named them all.
I want to keep Juan.
Juan?
You gotta keep Juan.
Give him a level in
You sure
samurai,
you don't want-
just in case.
Right, well, Juan's going on the front door.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Wonderful.
As one should.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
There you go.
You all can shut the fuck up. Solar, you made these names.
I made these names because you asked me. I am not responsible for this. You reap what you sow.
Well, Averin.
Anyway, yeah.
Well, Averin, seeing as everyone else seems to be busy, how are you feeling in terms of physicality? As Maiden pulls out like a foot-long metal rod, twirls it in her hands.
Why does this feel very menacing?
He's gonna beat up this child.
Gonna beat up the small child.
He looks at you a little intimidated, and he says,
I don't know.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I'm just wondering if you're wanting.
I don't know what physicality means.
Oh.
I love this game.
That's way too many syllables for him.
Way too many syllables. Sparring, Averin.
Oh, yeah, I can spar you. I'll spar you 1,000 times.
What do you say we give your sister and our new guest a little show?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get ready for that. And
Yeah, you're going down, Maiden Heaven.
we'll see. We'll see.
I'm gonna strike you so hard I'll send you through 25 walls.
Don't make a
gently, of course.
Don't make a promise you can't keep. As she'll just sort of lightly teasing him as making our way out to the courtyard.
okay.
Careful, Maiden. He's made quite a bit of progress.
Oh,
Okay.
I know.
Right. So, in that case, three little Rockies going on here. Let's do how Averin's doing first. Oh my god!
Jesus. Oh my god!
Oh dear.
Stop right there, or you're fired.
Oh my fucking god!
Uh-oh.
I killed my players already.
Don't worry.
All right.
Sorry.
So,
You're fine.
How are you going to spar with him precisely?
Very,
Maiden.
very.
One non-lethal vital strike.
Okay.
Which could
Roll-
still kill him if you're not careful.
No.
It probably
No.
could, yeah.
I've got I have more than so
Vital strike with a sap.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. I don't have to use the sledgehammer version of the Traveler's Any tool.
I don't have to fucking sledgehammer the boy.
I don't have to
Question.
sledge him.
Question. Since it's happening at the same time, kind of, could I cast something on Averin to give him a little bit of an advantage?
Please do.
Sure.
Well, yeah. Please do. How? Though, that being said, how far away from Elia would you have to be for the magic to not affect her? That's the important thing.
So, I can go ahead and explain the rules for that again if you like, just to give you a reminder.
Yeah.
So, what counts is any magical effect which affects her, whether it's an area of effect spell or you're casting a spell.
Okay. So
on
as
her.
long as she is not a a target through circumstance or otherwise. It's fine.
Mhm.
Okay.
You gotta be real
Okay.
careful with a detect magic. You accidentally flick your eyes in the wrong direction.
Yeah,
I just disintegrate her.
yeah. In fact, do you remember? Did I tell you what the actual hard rules for what would happen if she got affected by magic, or did I forget?
I don't
Just
think
that she
so.
nearly
I
got
don't
killed
think
by a
so.
message spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that because I feel like I've told you everything about her magic plight. I feel like I can convey that in rules format if you guys like.
Yes, please.
It's up to you, sure.
Okay,
But-
I'm fine with it. It's more like, would you prefer that as well?
Sure.
Okay, so if Elia does get affected by magic, it will be 2d6 Constitution damage immediately, 1d6 Strength damage. Her hit points are immediately reduced to -1, and she will start dying. And whatever spell touched her will immediately be dispelled, regardless of spell save or no.
Oh dear.
Goodness.
Yeah,
And
so
you can't,
you know,
and you can't use potions.
can't use
Question,
potions.
what's your con?
You don't know that. Sorry,
Mhm.
but
You'd
you
have
know
to
it's
make-
not very good.
You'd have to heal check to stabilize.
That you can't just.
She has to be
push it,
affected
just-
by natural healing rather than magical healing.
Which is probably
Yeah.
why we have me here as well, because, I mean, what is a poison if not a medicine turned up?
Well, there's both you and Heka here, so.
Exactly. It's good
But,
to have both.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell Theo to pay attention to what I'm about to do because this is probably kind of magic he doesn't see often.
Okay.
Make the jutsu hand signs.
And I'm gonna just kind of fling a little spark towards Avery, and I'm just gonna yell, "Watch out! Maiden is weaker at her heels," and I'm gonna cast Find Fault on him.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting.
Which he learns many of your weaknesses, Maiden, as if you had made an appropriate knowledge skill check. With a result of 20 plus my caster level, so 36. And the first melee or range attack roll against you for the next 5 turns. No, sorry. Just the first attack has a +5 to hit.
Okay.
Ooh,
Well.
okay.
And also he has a spell resistance against you.
All right. Well.
Thank God.
If that's the case, then my weakness is the fact that, well, you said it, weak at the heels. I am wearing a breastplate. I don't have armor on my legs.
Okay.
Keeps me,
All right.
keeps me
And
mobile.
wearing heels, probably.
Yes, and wearing heels.
Okay. Are you taking up a training sword, or are you actually going to use the sledge?
No, I am using my 12-inch rod. My Traveler's Any tool.
I beg your pardon?
My
Okay.
12-inch black rod.
Maiden, that's royalty.
What?
I mean, I should not have laughed that hard, but it caught me off guard.
There's a
well, in
reason
that
I have
case-
built this character the way I did.
I will roll
Christ.
initiative.
Oh, that's funny.
And he got a nat 20!
Oh, shit! Hell yeah! All
He
right.
immediately, like, as soon as, like, the training sword is in his hand, he goes for you.
Excellent.
We got fucking Maiden. We got fucking Maiden heaven out here slinging more pipe than a trust fund crackhead.
Yep.
Wow.
Avern's, I suppose, glowing the same way as Flammes normally do.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, in that case, are you ready? Are you ready for the schism death blow?
Let's see it.
Okay. Where was
Boy's
his?
going first, and I'm flat-footed. Go for it.
And he gets
Oh my
plus
God.
5 on this first attack.
Yep.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah, it was that. So plus 5.
Yep.
He gets a precision strike because he's a level 3 swashbuckler. I left his
Nice.
sheet on my phone, so I'm just working it out right now.
Nice.
Okay,
I
that
leveled him up.
should be correct.
All right.
What's your AC?
My AC is 22.
Oh my god.
Did he do it?
Did I do that correct? Yeah, he hit you.
Oh, shit!
I'm so happy.
There
He
it
did
is!
it!
He did it! Let's see
It
the
would not
damage.
have hit me.
Please, was there any bonus to damage with that roll there, that spell there?
I think
bonus
it's
damage.
just to attack roll.
Yep, just the
Mhm.
attack roll.
Just
Yeah.
the attack roll. In that case, please take 11 non-lethal damage
Hey,
Ha!
there it is!
as he just about grazes your knee.
Feel a good whack to your knee, like, ow, that actually hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I actually... Well, well, well. Florentina's taught you well. I actually felt that.
So you just hear a whack, and then you just hear the pipe fall sound. Bang!
Yeah.
Into the head.
Right open, Your Highness.
Hmm.
It's not going to be too long now before I become a knight, huh?
You're well on your way.
Well,
Now then,
Eh,
Reddy's rod. My turn.
Oh dear.
Oh no. And
He
I
looks,
think
he looks up at you. He looks up at you innocently, and suddenly, oh god.
I think
thing
that
of,
enemy got the points.
Dropped the ball.
The ball. 29 to hit.
So he's going to try and parry it with a paniche point.
Let's see it.
Okay.
Oh, that's how you say that word. Okay.
It's paniche or panache?
It's
I don't know.
panache.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I've
I've
that.
always said panache, but I'm just weird.
I
so.
thought it's panache.
I say Panera.
Okay, let's
I've
see
always
if you
heard
can do it.
panache.
Yeah,
Yeah,
panache.
panache.
Okay, so it's just the attack roll.
Yep. Attack roll versus attack roll.
I'm gonna ask Google.
He
Panache.
was
Google
one
says
off.
panache.
Oh.
This
Oh.
one's gonna come down to it's like
I
you
should've-
should have, but you were just too strong.
Yeah, he
Yes.
actually does parry it, but it was obvious that the blow was a lot stronger than he could ever
He could've-
manage.
Yeah, yeah. So that's going to be, let's say, let's see, Solar. What damage die would a typical 12-inch rod be? What do you think? Maybe like a D4,
12-inch rod.
D4 maybe.
Stop.
Let me get my ruler out.
Actually, you know what? I forgot to add -4 for non-lethal damage.
What's the rod made of?
The rod is
Well-
made out of steel, so in fact,
Well,
Solar,
if you panached,
Solar.
Yeah, go on.
I forgot to add -4 for non-lethal to that roll. The result was actually a 25. Pog?
Yeah.
Pog?
Maiden, I love you, but Florentina's cheering the hell out of him for this one.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh my god.
Did he parry?
Hang on.
Rena, you turn to a giddily clapping Florentina.
Aww.
Brilliant.
As I bring out the tea and set it down, little cakes and stuff too.
I've started coming out with chairs and tables.
Ah, yes.
Ha! As he just manages it to parry it out of the way just in time. It's like
All right.
inches from his head.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
And now
Now
he's
then.
going to try and attack
No,
you
he's
back.
not. No, he's not.
Oh.
Follow-up attacks. My -5 BAB.
Oh, doesn't he get to riposte?
Oh, riposte? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he does get to riposte.
Let's see it.
26?
26 will just make it past my AC. There you go.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Take a further 11 points of damage.
All right.
He's getting ya.
Yeah,
He's
he
getting
is.
ya.
Good deal.
Come on, kid.
All right. So, follow-up attack with that. He parry and riposted as I spin. Motherfucking spin and 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
All right. That will be... let's see. D4, yeah?
D4, so 12-inch rod is like that big, and I was like, yeah, I'd say maybe
Well,
a D6.
It
What's
says
it made
compare.
of?
It says compare its relative size and damage to a weapon on the list to find a reasonable match. So
Right.
if it's a
Okay.
12-inch rod, I might say it's similar to a longsword.
All right. 12-inch metal
Well,
rod.
12 inches,
That's like a...
Oh, only
that's-
12
that's
inches?
quite
That's like a
small.
short sword or a dagger.
Yeah, that's a short
that's
sword.
about a dagger size, I'd say. Not even a
Alright.
short sword. I'd say maybe D6, maybe
All right.
D4.
All right,
nice
so
pick.
with that, yeah. So with my special abilities here, we're gonna bump it up 3 damage die sizes. So D4 to D6, D8, D2D6, then plus. Let's see. Plus strength. 7 plus 5. Alright. Non-lethal damage, 16.
You thwack him. He's not looking good, but he is still in the fight.
That's an... Oh, that is... good!
He's doing really well.
You're doing very well. Keep it up!
All right, here I
First
come.
aid.
Ow.
18 to hit?
Unfortunately, no.
In that case, no, that is his turn.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Alright.
the first aid kit.
Come on, Prince. I want to fix that wall when you're done.
Alright. Fire it off. Luckily, I
Quick.
can't. I only crit on a nat 20. I only crit on a nat 20 because it is an improvised weapon.
Quick, Prince. Harry.
I'll
Parry
attempt to parry.
Parry it. Quick. Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
Can I?
Oh, wait. I'll roll that. Just because. No.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately.
Can
He tried.
Can I increase his armor? Oh no, wait, it's touch range. Never mind.
The One Punch Man. God.
Do 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 do. Okay.
His
Do
wisdom is
your
permanently
worst.
reduced.
I will say I am pulling my punches back. My proverbial punches.
Yep.
We'll
Bonk.
just give him a good bruise by the end of it.
Just a bonk.
Okay, so
Bonk with a steel rod.
it's any excess non-lethal damage is converted to lethal damage, yeah?
Lethal damage, yes. But it takes away from his total hit points.
Okay. So,
So he is not down and dying.
that's what you think. Let's see. Let's find
I'm going
out.
to grab the first aid kit.
I rolled less than my previous damage. Or well.
Whoa! I accidentally
Or-
deleted him.
You
Oh.
disintegrate.
No,
you-
no, Maiden deleted.
it's like an actual One Punch Man. There's just like now this red crayon like
Wait, did I?
She didn't even need to dig him a grave.
just bonk, and he's just like shot down like 4 feet into the ground. He's just a head popped up above the courtyard grass.
He tries to parry it, but you're just too strong, and you just send him flying into Flamme's arms.
Oh, I love it.
Ploop.
I almost had you there.
You almost did. You got 2 good hits on me. That's more than can be said for a lot of people. Walking over.
Take a look at your bruises and scrapes.
Give me a heal check and Maiden Heaven.
Yeah.
Roll me knowledge martial.
I do not have knowledge martial. I'm sorry. Could I just
do
straight intelligence? Because I was the one fighting him.
And I'm definitely watching this fight. So
go. What knowledges do you have?
Dungeoneering, engineering, and arcana.
What professions do you have?
Blacksmith.
Yes.
Roll me an arcana. If
Can
it's
I
better
roll?
than your straight intelligence.
It is. 11.
Okay.
so
you can go ahead and roll as well.
I put a little band-aid over his eye. Hi. You are his instructor.
I'm gonna give him a casting of Cure Wounds as well.
I was assessing this like a fucking
hawk.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of like what fucking like sports announcer or some shit. Save for the whole repeating the same bullshit over and over thing.
Fair.
Yeah, go ahead and you can cast that if you want, Flamme. So, Rena, you do put some first aid, so you put some boo-boos on him, and you know he was at 11 HP left.
I put boo-boos on him.
No.
Yeah?
He put boo-boo kisses on it.
The boo-boos are the injuries.
Yo, fucking lipstick of Cure Light Wounds, hello?
I was actually thinking on like there's a thing. I'm not sure if it's the same thing in the US, but here when a kid gets like a boo boo, you kind of like it's kind of like instead of like kissing the wound, it's like the kiss like the tip of the finger and just like rub it like there kind of thing.
Yeah, there's something similar here.
Sana colita de rana.
I think every culture has some kind of like thing. I know Japan, it's you flutter your hands above it and say for the pain to fly away.
I'm gonna cast the Cure Moderate Wounds, and I accidentally cast Inflict Serious Wounds now.
I hope not.
And now we're down in air.
Well, that makes choices easier, doesn't it?
It's
all right, Mr. Deer. We've got
2d8 plus 16.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's just max this shit out today, guys. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. He's fine again. He's got some plasters on, and he's also fine.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll tell you, he was on 11 HP left from that little heal check for you.
Nice.
So, Maiden Heaven, you couldn't help but notice that when this boy was fighting you... No, Maiden Heaven first.
Okay.
You couldn't help but notice when this boy was fighting you that there was some sort of energy behind his swings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for one of those parries, he didn't just parry you, he overpowered you. Like in your pushing contest between yours and his blade, he actually managed to push your giant rod off.
It's an average size. but yes.
Yes. Yeah, you noticed that. And Florentina, watching this, with that nat 20, you knew exactly what that was. That was the latent energies of someone with the potential to become an initiator.
Ooh.
As in a Path of War initiator.
No, if he gets back on his, is he getting back on his feet?
He's a little woozy, but yes.
She's gonna start. She'll over here. She'll just be like, "Excuse me, just a moment," and she'll just like
I end up very swiftly taking the location as I'm busy building up the tables and the sheets and the chairs. Our friend doesn't. I don't think we have a seat big enough for him. So
and start to like come towards his direction, kind of beckoning him a little bit closer if he doesn't if he reciprocates.
I'm fine. I'm okay.
That was perfect! And I just give him a big sister swing around hug.
Ah!
First thing in the morning, we are going over every little bit of that.
Oh, you really think so? I mean, I think it was good. I didn't punch her through any walls, but you know, I think that was the really?
Your Highness, I'll be fixing walls before long. I can assure you. You just unleashed something that I would never imagine someone your age would have been able to do. And tomorrow, we start to temper it.
Are you saying I have superpowers?
Yes.
Powers.
Yes.
Powers.
Yes, young man.
You just see like his face light up with elation. And then he just does a little dance around.
Yes, 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 yes.
Gives a wink to Florentina and mouths the words "thank you" to her.
To Florentina?
No,
Florentina does it to Florentina?
Florentina does it to Maiden Heaven. My mistake.
I wink at myself.
With a quick flick of the wrist.
Wink.
Wink, wink. With a quick flick of the wrist, as Averin's distracted, Florentina will quickly flick her Traveler's Any Tool rod into her large sledgehammer, put it over her shoulder, and just, like, give you a grin.
Yeah. And return to my position, bow kindly.
I'm just gonna like give a on the can in the collective we give a message to like a person like in private, kind of like a DM, or
Yes.
it's just okay.
Slide
So
through
I was just gonna DM to Maiden. I hope you don't mind. I gave him a little edge at the beginning.
I think that's just the edge he needed to do what he did.
That said, I hope Florentina is ready to fix walls on her own because we are definitely not fixing every time they fight.
I'll fix it the first I'll fix it the first or second time. Third time, then it's hers.
Cute.
Yeah.
Alright. In that case, I think after that, Averin is ready to go a few more rounds. And so he charges at you with the power of 10 more galas.
Yes.
And I'll say that's what you guys continue doing. Assuming that's what you want to do.
Oh, I'm
Maybe.
totally fine with that. Though I'm not going to be swinging at him with my... I'm not going to be swinging at him at the moment. I am simply going to just be deflecting his blows with my large sledgehammer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's test that strength of yours, boy.
Strength? I could lift this entire castle up if I needed to.
See that you do. And then they get to it.
They get to it. All right. Moving on to the little magic team over here.
Yeah.
Could you, Flamme, please roll me a knowledge arcana? I believe it is for magic items, or is it spellcraft?
I have spellcraft.
It's both, I think. It's kind of weird.
Give me
for
either
magic
or.
items.
Thank you.
I believe to identify magic items, it is in fact spellcraft alongside detect magic. So the identify spell just gives you a better chance to do that. So
I will roll for.
I think it used to be you
yellow.
had to. I think you had to. You used to have to use the identify spell to do it. So
Can I do a foretell failure on that one?
What's a foretell failure?
If I'm right, I think it lets me roll again.
But
I think I have disadvantage or a penalty on my next roll.
Yeah, go ahead if you want.
Yay!
Oh, much better. And there's Theo's roll. Okay, so
aided.
Flamme. Yeah, he can aid. Flamme, with that roll, you're able to determine that this is definitely some sort of ancient magical security device. It is very old. And you can tell by the king who is shown on it, who is a very old king of Place You're From, that yes, it is probably some ancient, very unique, wondrous item that was built with this castle long time ago.
It's 1505, and this is the first king, and the calendar started around his 8. It's centuries old.
Yeah.
Centuries
1500,
old.
roughly.
That brings another question. Are we just finding out this thing is magical?
So no, there has been a record of it, but it's basically so old it's kind of been lost to time a little bit about what it does.
I'm gonna pick up Theo so he could get a closer look at the details of the statue.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta do that Walmart thing with the camera.
Mm-hmm. With the kids.
Yeah, we'll pick up the little kids so they can see the cells of the camera.
He does write something down, and gives it to you. Just a little note that says, King Einhander I was known as the Fearless, for he was the king who led the stalwart defense of Place You're From against the monstrous host.
How old is this kid again?
He is 8.
Okay, yeah. Firstly, I'm gonna be like eyes wide up at the how do I say it? Like the very complex way he explained it, like very eloquent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
he's a smart boy.
Yeah,
he's very smart.
Oh. I do wonder what kind of spell is cast upon this statue, because I know it's magical and it's for protection, but I don't know exactly how it operates, right?
Well, with your spellcraft check and the description, we'll see.
You can figure out a few things. So, the first thing you can figure out is that this device creates a continuous effect on the entire castle. It is maintained by an operator as a full round action. Whilst...
Wait.
Yeah?
No, continue. Sorry. I just...
also get some multiple different magical schools popping up from your little roll there, which you're able to determine. Whilst it is activated, up to 6 characters that are currently chosen by the user of this magical device gain several. They gain one spell effect upon them from the Abjuration School. However, you can also tell there is some divination magic in here. You think that whoever could use this device would gain the ability to cast clairvoyance across the entire castle.
Ooh.
And finally, 2 more things. The effect over the entire castle also acts as a forbidden spell for the purposes of determining teleportation into the castle.
Preventing teleportation magic.
Now, that only applies when there is an operator, or do I know it's actively being operated?
No, you know that whoever would like to operate this device, they need to either be a caster or have a use magic device, and it is a full round action to continuously operate it.
Somebody touches it and turns on the forbiddance, gives 6 characters some kind of abjuration magic, and can clairvoyance across the castle.
And
I'm relaying this information to Viela and Theo.
Of course. That is quite a lot. Such an ancient device. Sitting right beneath my nose.
I have been working in this castle for more than a decade, and I never thought on looking about this.
I had no idea either. I'm going to definitely make this one of my research projects. Did you also detect the faint traces of necromancy?
I'm sorry, the what?
The faint trace of necromancy.
No. What?
What?
Yeah, it's like, the what? What kind of necromancy magic would be cast on a statue like this?
I wouldn't know, honestly. I can only detect that it is there.
She paces around the statue a little bit.
But necromancy is quite a wide and varied school. A lot of people hear it and immediately think undeath. It could be more than that.
Well, fascinating. I do have and I'm just gonna like slightly glance in at Theo. Well, I think being able to operate it would be beneficial. I think that right now is not the best time to try to figure out how to do so, and I'm gonna then just narrow my eyes at
with the detect magic off, of course.
Yes. I think it's 15 feet, so
it is a 60-foot
60 foot.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah.
Do not look in that general direction.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Everybody with magic in this castle has to be very, it has to suck if you have it on and you're like, I'm gonna look for weird traces of magic as she walks around the corner. Fuck!
Oh!
Ooh, that would suck.
That would be bad.
Like, you should, like, if it were me running this show, you would not be casting spells in the same room as her, ever.
Ever. Well, yeah.
But you make a good point. Look at it later.
Yeah.
Look deeper
at it
into
later.
it later.
If you want, I'll allow a further check later. But, yeah. You do know it's something magical in nature. But it appears that most of its abilities are defensive in nature. Clairvoyance, some form of abjuration on certain people. Yeah.
Although, Viela, I'm actually just asking. By any chance, are you able of operating magical, creations?
But of course. I could operate this with my eyes closed.
Good. Good. That means we then have a means of later finding out how to use it. But in the
Very
meantime,
well.
let's put a pin on it and also maybe keep Elia away from it.
That would probably be best, yes. I can tell you that this magic item definitely is not active, but should be something to keep aware of.
Very well. Okay. Is there anything else?
Just gonna look at Theo and ask if he learned anything interesting.
A lot of your spellcraft checks were rather high concept and went over even his head, but he was taking notes, so he nods. He just doesn't know what the notes mean.
There's just like a side of words he doesn't understand he's gonna look for later.
Got to go to the little library in the castle or the library in the city and start finding books and be like, what does this word mean? Oh, what do those words mean?
The centrifugal force of the arcane conduit linked to the what?
What?
I'm gonna need you to not.
Why, yes, it makes perfect sense.
One day.
Like putting Theo down, gonna look at Viela. We may need to invest in our arcane dictionary.
Alright. So, over to this little group now. Mostly from you two who are here. They are sitting quietly, drinking tea, and Inam is not really asking questions that are like that you would determine are particularly out of
Outrageous.
Out
of order.
Out of order. No, he's more just saying things like, "Tell me about your life. Tell me about yourself. Who are you? What do you do for a living? What do you enjoy doing? What is your favorite flower?" Things like that. You can tell that his knowledge that he's looking for is basically he wants to get to know Elia. That's about it. Do you have any questions for him?
I ask if he would like a pillow to sit on because I think we have no chairs that would fit him.
Yes, that would be nice.
I
Yeah.
I find a very large plush pillow somewhere in the castle, I'm sure.
How does
Either
he
that or
sit?
multiple.
Does he sit like a dog, like on the hind legs, or loafs?
He probably sits like
He could probably do
a
both.
horse, kind of. Yeah.
He could lay on his side like a horse. He could sit on his hind legs. He could also loaf. I think he could do all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I will say he's loafing.
Fair. And the pillow under the knees would be helpful. So,
that would be nice. Yeah.
Mm.
Mind if I ask you a question, Inam?
I see. I believe that would be only fair.
You say you come from a tribe in the north, right? and that you are some knowledgeable sage about family history. Are all northern magics like this?
No. What you are looking at is a shaman, or someone who comes from a shamanic tribe. There are many of us like this, though only my tribe studies that of ancestors, the spirits which go back through our past, and they guide us through our lives until we return to them. But there were other ones as well. There was also a tribe of which mine was quite familiar with. They worship the spirits that lay above us in the stars and the skies. I do wonder what they're doing these days.
Moon and star.
Moon and star.
Moon and star.
Jesus.
No.
It's all interconnected, guys.
It's all connected.
It was me. I brought the moon.
I mean, it is northern shamans.
Motherfucker.
Anyway, the only other thing you'll notice is, yeah, he's still giving cursory glances at the Cullen among you.
Among us?
That's what I thought.
Among us.
Are you the Amogus?
That's my favorite Pokemon.
He seems. You can tell. You don't even need to roll to tell that there is some distaste he has for this mask-wearing creature.
You know, the funny thing is, I think that's kind of just the case for everybody in the world. Nobody particularly likes them, or, never hates them. They're usually very useful, but nobody really likes them either.
Okay, that's fair.
Hi, Olki.
It's like, yeah, your medicine is really good, but the fact that
Olki does.
Human experiments.
No, Olki hates them. What were you talking about?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I said Olki. I was like, okay, well, to be fair, Olki, right? So that's what I meant.
Olki does.
Like
Olki, and anybody else they've experimented on too. So
Fair enough.
Like, they're very useful. Their experiments usually help the vast majority of people. That's why people just let
the Nazis also had experiments that helped the vast majority of people.
I was gonna say,
It's just...
is the Kyonin Association just like the Algerian equivalent of the 731 squad?
I don't know who that is, so I couldn't tell you. They're alchemists. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
They're alchemists.
Like, think of ancient alchemy. They're basically, that's what they are. Because even ancient alchemists also kind of did weird shit.
Just think of it this way. Their curiosity, while a boon for mankind as a whole, is all a detriment to anyone interesting that crosses their paths.
Ebony.
Yeah.
Some, I will say, some groups, the one that Olki was part of, yes. 731 is very accurate, but not all of them. Not all of them.
Yeah.
Aesop, for example, is part of a group that more so worships Linnaeus and are healers. They do not hurt.
Yeah.
They heal.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
different branches all over the place.
Different branches.
Some more dedicated to alchemy, some more dedicated to the medicinal and anatomical.
Some metallurgy, some necromantic.
And some like cutting people's limbs off and attaching other people's limbs to it.
That's anatomists. Yeah.
And then there's that one contingent no one talks about Then there's that one contingent no one talks about that is trying to make the perfect cottage cheese.
I'm so proud of them.
Yeah.
They say alchemy began in the kitchen. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
the person who discovered milk, what were they doing with the cow?
They were very thirsty.
In that case,
Well, you watch a baby cow and you go, "Hey, they're getting some good shit out of there."
Give me some of that good.
Give me some of that good.
I mean, it's also just really convenient because you needed to keep having more cows to kill. So, while she's gestating, why not just, pull a bit of,
just get a little bit of,
Give me a suck.
And then somebody let it sit out too long and it got bad, and somebody still decided to eat it anyways and discovered cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it might not have happened exactly like that. It might have. They might have been trying to create butter.
Find ways to preserve.
They might have been. They might have been creating butter
ways of
with
trying
it
to preserve
first.
milk.
Yeah.
I think is how cheese was made.
Yeah.
Trying to find ways to let it stay longer because refrigeration wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And cheese was just the byproduct of a lot of experimentation with keeping.
It's like
milk.
cheese and butter.
Yep.
Both were results of it.
Well,
curds and whey.
Right.
And yogurt. We are all better for it.
Yes.
Yes. So, with that, I'll allow a sense motive check if you want. On those sensing the motive. If you want to sense motive of his occasional side glances at Heka.
Yeah, I will. It's free.
It's
free
free.
rolls are free rolls.
Free rolls are free rolls.
I'm busy bodying this fucking child. Sorry.
Me when I'm at a restaurant that gives rolls. Rolls
Yeah.
are free rolls.
Free rolls? Bottomless rolls?
Rolls are free rolls are free rolls.
I have a spell I could give the child to make things funnier for you, Maiden.
What is it?
Do you want me to enlarge him?
No, because then I'd have to
not
enlarge, and then it becomes a death match.
Plus,
Yeah.
he's a
Will
dex
is
fighter.
enlarged.
He's a dex fighter. Don't do that to him.
Yeah, he's a
Oh.
dex
Yeah.
fighter. Don't worry.
Do you want me to reduce him?
No.
Even
we'll
smaller.
lose him.
He's enough. He's enough.
He'll hide in the bushes and we'll never find him.
Is he a small
He'll fall down the
creature?
toilet.
Quick question.
Oh, no.
Solar, quick question. Is he a small-sized creature since he's young?
Oh.
Or is he medium?
He's like what, 14, right?
Yeah,
he's
he's like
13.
14.
He'd be
13.
medium at that point.
Yeah, he's
13?
medium.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
medium. Like he's 2
He's
years
medium.
in Pathfinder terms. He's 2 years off
2
of
years
being an
off
adult.
him. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
He's essentially an adult already. Give him
Yeah.
2 more years. So
Yeah, Theo is small though.
Theo
He's
is
a
Ebby.
smaller.
Theo
more
would be
gangly
8, so
dwarf.
he's probably.
Yeah, he's a small.
Sense
He is
motives.
Ebby.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So, with
ADD.
that, Rena, I'm afraid you don't really get much besides the obvious. He's not really fond of Heka. Florentina and Leona, you can tell that there is there's something deeper than the usual aversion to the mask-wearing Cullens. It's not just that he finds her strange or weird or like he's been prodded for questions by them before.
Wow.
It's something more. There's a deeper animosity.
Gotcha. Nothing to say otherwise. Just
Nothing to say otherwise. That's
continuing
fine.
to attend as tea is needed and crumpets and whatever else.
Mm-hmm.
Some butter.
I imagine
Mm-hmm. We
I
have
run
Leona.
back and forth from the kitchen a few times.
Mhm.
Yeah, and for Florentina's part, she knows that we have Leona there to tell them to tell Heka, mind your manners and to the other, and then I'll do so without saying anything,
Okay.
if need be. But this tea's damn good.
I wonder what kind we have. I wonder if it's Earl Grey.
Probably Earl Grey, I'd imagine.
Etoile and roast.
I don't know.
Excellent.
Twallen
Hey,
roast.
remember who founded your order, maids?
Yeah,
That's true.
Earl
That's
Grey.
true. Yeah.
It was Earl Grey.
Fucking god.
It's all been preordained.
I'd almost forgotten about that. Solar. I'd almost
They
forgotten.
probably grow the plants to make the Earl Grey bergamot down in Remus, actually.
There
So
you go.
it would have the
So-
right kind of atmosphere for it. It's Italian, right?
Yeah,
So.
true.
Yeah. So, he seems to enjoy the tea, but other than that, I'd say this conversation goes by relatively simply, of just him learning more about Elia. And after a while, you can see after getting to know her a bit, he does turn to you and he says, To think that a clan such as yours would have a ruler with such a pure heart that one of these children have. Well, I suppose that great evils can keep up, even with good rulers, no?
I hope you're able to. I hope you're able to understand my words from earlier, Ema. At least to some extent.
Which words are you referring to there? Forgive me.
She's more lampshading the actual discussion because for the purposes of the wrong ears hearing what exactly was being talked about, but just how she was willing to give so much to protect her. Like, it's like Ema said when we first got here. They were expecting a mighty warrior or a different type of personality for a ruler altogether. And Florentina back in the jail spoke of the kindness and her kindness and the willingness she was willing to give to see her raised to queenhood.
Right, I do think we had essentially said that, like, she's not quite ruler yet down there as well. We're trying to. Right, part of the reason he was hesitant to take the deal was us going, technically she doesn't have the power to do that yet, but she will. If you do your part, she will, and then she can in turn.
Yeah, so basically he's saying, I hope this meeting has allowed you to see the philosophy of my words.
And to see, it's like, she absolutely would keep to that. You know, that kind of like it, so makes sense.
You now see the strength of character that I spoke of.
That I defend.
Very good. Very good.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Allow me to ask you a question, Elia, one more deeper than the others. It is my understanding that you will one day, potentially, be a ruler of this land, or, I'm assuming, one of the two boys over there. Then let me ask a question to you, and extend it to all three of them. When you become queen, what will you do about the war between your people and mine?
With that, Elia is quite silent about that.
That is a big question. Well, I can tell you that I have not met many Northerners in my life, but the ones I have met have been of upstanding character. And despite what some people choose to believe about them, I see no reason why we cannot both come to terms on equal standing. If so, I would like to bring the war to an end. am sure that both our peoples have grown weary of such things.
She kind of looks to you two, say, like, kind of just looking at both your eyes to try and gauge your reaction on what she said.
Both Florentina and myself?
Yes.
I would say I still just have my standard steely demeanor. I'm not trying to influence her in any way.
Okay.
Letting her do this talking herself, just looking at her in return, but not saying or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Florentina gives just a small smile in admiration for her, for such bravery and wisdom.
And just eavesdropping.
Oh, if you're there, Rena, she'll look to you as well.
As you're running back and forth between the kitchen, so bringing back pots of tea and crumpets and butter and sugar.
Now y'all drink like bruh.
They sit here for a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Yeah, they've been here for a while.
There are 2 large people
Yeah.
here.
Then, overhearing, if she looks at his expression, is happy.
Oh.
A little smile back, because
Okay.
he approves.
Okay.
Well, certainly an interesting answer, and not the one I expected with a potential ruler of this land. While I can say that it is not in my people's culture to grow weary of war, there is something that they are weary of. Joran.
My eyebrows will raise slightly hearing that one, but otherwise nothing else.
Same.
Just thinking of him.
I can say that many a tribe have grown weary of that man. And
Grits his teeth a little bit.
everything he has done. Anyway, forgive the strange question. Let us move on to something of a lighter note.
Alright. If you guys have nothing else to say, I will put a close to that RP, and I'll say you can all go for a pee break.
Pee break!
Pee break!
Yeah, pee
How
break.
dare you pee?
All right.
Broke my pee.
Keep it inside.
Oh no.
Pee is stored in the balls.
Hoard all of your pee.
And we're back.
And we're back.
And we're back again.
Back to the past.
Samurai Jack.
Da-da-da. Alright. In that case.
I knew you would return, Alvor Roswald.
Foolish fighter warrior.
Wielding his magic sword.
I will destroy the Legionnaire, the Golden Banner.
My God.
Oh, God.
Okay, so with that, with all of your RPs done, it slowly begins to move into the evening. And I'm sure you guys quickly end your little picnic before the moon comes out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
need to.
Preparing for
Get going
dinner
inside.
as well as double checking everything to prepare for the Duke as well, making sure we have all the stuff we'll need to make the several courses for that as well.
Indeed.
Everybody's
With
just
as
running
many
around.
freaking treats y'all had earlier, y'all don't need dinner.
That was just an afternoon snack.
I'm probably especially for that. Oh my god, why are there flowers?
What are the flowers?
Oh, the flowers. Oh yeah, they were supposed to be over here.
Fiella was handing them to you, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. I knew it.
yeah, Viella.
I'm probably going to start also for those big courses while cooking the dinner tonight, starting the stuff that needs to like sit,
Fair enough.
getting
So
sauces ready and such that can be
yeah,
maintained over time.
So I will ask: is there anything that you guys are doing this evening? I other than a few things, I will. Yeah, just let me know what you're doing. Other than that,
I
The alchemist
assume...
cooking makes sense.
We spent a good amount of time in town today, and then had a picnic. So probably got to catch up on cleaning.
Yeah.
So I'm probably handling the dining room, cleaning it up, as well as setting the table, so...
Oh, do we still have messy kitchen from the weapons?
I think I already cleaned it up.
It's always
still-
worth a
you
double check.
you made it so the kitchen was usable.
Well, I know where I'm going. I'm gonna help do the rest of it.
You're just trying to sneak bites!
I confirm nor deny nothing.
Every once in a while, you turn around and she's just sampling the spoon, and just quickly, whoosh, not me.
It smells good in here, okay? Sue me.
Florentina, the bread rolls are not for you.
It's literally like a cartoon short of me just like, do, let me set this out, walk over here to grab something else. Florentina runs over.
Hey, I
Runs
heard
away.
the kitchen was still.
It's
I heard the kitchen was still a little. It still needs some cleaning. So here I am.
Comes back and
It's
the
the
food
little,
comes.
it's the little, like the little triplets from Brave trying to steal food.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Clean up this mess on the floor and this mess on the table. Man, there's a big mess on this table. Man, oh man, who left all this food here? Ugh.
You're gonna have to clean that up
God.
using
I'm gonna have to clean this up. Yeah.
All right. Profession maid check for cleaning.
22.
Excellent.
And cooking, yep.
I'm actually
Cooking check for
tending-
cooking.
Just to make sure that the quality of your food is assured to be maximized, I thought I'd just make it a little easier for you to manage your prep space.
Just sample this bite. I know why you're here.
I'm not even gonna roll the bluff check.
Fixing up
Okay.
the hallway here.
Excellent. Right. So
I even take advantage. Someone might walk in at one point and wonder what's going on and see me on the ceiling cleaning things. Because I have in the internal dominion of sleeping goddess stance that lets me fly.
Hell yeah.
I can literally step on air to get up and clean the upper areas as well. So
Oh, that's
nice.
That's why
That's
this
kinda
place
whimsical.
is
I love it.
always spick and span.
Mhm.
Okay. So
And
only other question I have is, what are you doing with Enam right now?
you might
I
ask Elia
might-
what she wants. Go ahead. Sorry.
I might be tending to the gardens because if he's staying there, I want to make sure he has an eye on him, and I think I will maybe like brought up to the collective that I don't know, at least on Flamme, since she's still very iffy about his presence near the children.
So you're tending the garden and keeping an eye on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he isn't going to move until you move him somewhere. I don't... You technically haven't really given him free reign of the castle.
We could probably show him to his room, and...
Do you think he'd fit up the stairs would be part of the problem?
Well, these stairs are pretty big. It's a bit open space, I mean, so...
Yeah. Doesn't seem like they have a
It's not like it's a
railing.
narrow stairwell in these,
Yeah.
in these
Looks like they're
stairwells.
big,
The hallways upstairs, though. He'll be having a fun time squeezing through them.
He will.
Might be
but
better
you
to give him
can
a corner tower,
squeeze.
maybe. Yeah, you can. It's uncomfortable. It's kind
Would
of like
we-
imagine you squeezing through something very small, just kind of inching your way around.
Would
I
it
don't
be
see myself
possible?
being comfortable doing that for long.
Would it be possible to just let him stay in one of these towers?
He could maybe stay here. There's a lot of big doors and no hallways.
Would you want
And-
to
Little restroom
make
here?
sure that wherever he's staying does not have a very easy access to leave the castle?
That's
This
why I was
back-
thinking upstairs would be best. Up here, we could even... Because we could monitor the stairs. He would just have to squeeze to go up and down the stairs, which, I mean,
He's
if
not
he
gonna be
enters
doing that
this
very
way... Yeah, if he enters this way, and then just goes here, it's like...
Here's an idea. Can we put him like upstairs in this tower? And then we have two of us who have rings of sustenance now. We can
Not
kinda
just
have,
that,
like, a
though.
little
There's the
rotate.
actual guards themselves, too. They rotate through the night, too. So
Yep.
I mean, we
Mhm.
could keep guards posted here and here. Like, at the
there's only
entrance
one in and
just
out.
Let 'em
So
here. Yeah. So, like, if we have guards posted over here, so he could just stay in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Put him over
Or he
there?
could just stay in the garden. We could also always ask
bad.
him.
That's
We-
true. Would he like a room, or...
Well, the other thing is think about where he's from. He is from the north. I imagine that they tend to be rather outdoorsy. At least I imagine my tribe kind of was.
You're
in a
being
lot of
racist to
cases.
yourself?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking about Florentina's origins.
Yeah, I know. I know
Would
his tribe is very much... They do have, like,
Would a history give us an idea of his sort of preference?
buildings.
For you, yeah.
They're not. He's not from a nomadic tribe. They have a station thing. They just send people out for information. So they're very stationary. So he would probably not be outdoorsy, more settled home.
So while you know, a lot of northern tribes do have nomadic tendencies and do sleep in tents a lot. A lot of them, if they're not nomadic, are what are they called? Teepees.
Mhm.
They're big, built to last tents essentially.
Yeah.
They're not really
Houses.
outdoorsy as much as that. Yeah, they're just not quite a house. They're not quite a tent, so to
Like
speak.
a wigwam.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna have to make the example.
have-
Okay, so you know the as in
Could have
step.
the kids make him a tent.
Yeah.
Well, those are nomadic tribes.
True, but most of their tents are like rather big. It's probably something like that.
Like a hut, almost, even.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have huts. For his tribe is more huts.
They do have buildings
Because
in the
they
north.
stay on the
They're just-
ancestral lands and like historical places. They just send people out to gather histories of other tribes on occasion, but usually they just stay to their sacred lands.
Make it out of peat or like fucking straw and mud.
It is ice. It is there is ice.
They could make
It is
igloos, then they could make
animal
igloos.
It is animal
Giant igloos.
They are from the snowy mountains.
Giant igloo or caves.
Yeah, caves and animal pelts.
Live where you gotta
Leathers.
live. So, are you putting him indoors, or are you putting him outside?
He would probably, I don't know. He's not me.
I will just be me, and when I'm done with some manner of cleaning, as Elia has not stated anything otherwise, I will come out to him. I'm not familiar with what sort of accommodations you would prefer. Would you prefer something indoors? Stay out here in the garden? It's only early fall, the weather is very mild.
I would prefer to be inside if you don't mind.
Let's see if we can find something for you then.
I notice that your castle does not have the biggest doors, but so long as there is some place to rest my head, I shall be all right. Anything shall be better than the cell I was previously in.
Fair enough.
I believe I may have something that should work best for you then, if you could follow me. It'll be a bit cramped, as you said, but I believe we can manage.
Very well. Where will you lead him?
Probably to the room up here. Like everyone keeps suggesting, so...
Okay.
He's gonna have to squeeze a little, but...
Yeah, so I will say he can get up the stairs, but it's gonna require some, squeezes, which you might need to help him with at some point. But he does make it up there.
I wonder if I can make a potion/poison of small person while he's here.
A reduced person potion.
Maybe that could help. Alright.
I do believe that the couch in here might be better for your size. In fact, she probably very quickly puts the pillow back, because this is probably where she pulled the pillow for him, so...
Yeah.
Used one of the couch cushions.
Very well. This will suffice.
I certainly hope, if you are uncomfortable
You
in
can have
any
your own
way,
private latrine.
be sure to let me know, perhaps one of the guards, should you not feel like trying to squeeze out of the room. I'm sure you can let one of the guards know if there's anything else that you require while you are. As you are a guest here, you will be treated as such.
I will be bringing him his dinner directly.
I have never been entreated to southern hospitality before. Very well.
I guess it is.
Yeah, it is.
We will
is that a reference?
We will get him the sweetest of teas.
Is this a reference to something I'm too British to understand?
I am not American enough to.
Southern hospitality.
Yeah.
Yep. Bless your heart.
Oh!
Yeah.
It's when you get them folks down south, you treat everybody like your family.
Yeah, exactly.
You're no stranger down here. Come on in. We'll cook you
Come
up
on,
a great
sweetie,
little
we got-
dinner. We'll get you
got
nice
some
Don't want to
tea
see
over
no
here.
just as long as we don't see no boys kissing no boys, y'all gonna be just fine out here.
Exactly. Very
yeah.
much like everybody's really nice. You're welcome everywhere. As long
As long as you're
But-
good Christian people.
Because if y'all do see you kissing boys, we got the stake out back to set you on fire at.
Yeah.
But until you
Fucking
kiss a
natural.
boy,
I promise, guys, that Lila's not like this.
no promises. I'm
Fine,
not.
she's
kidding.
just southern, not
It's just
southern
my
hospitality.
family. That's just my
Yeah.
family.
It's just a dog to my dumbo.
Yeah.
Either way,
Now the reason y'all got to get her back by 11 p.m. is because my shotgun gets up at 11 p.m.
Oh my god!
and it takes I gotta feed it its 2 good shells, and then gotta take a dump after that.
Gotta take a big old dump straight at the wall sometimes, and not miss.
Oh my god!
Timmy Turner, my name is Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh my god!
All right.
Anyway,
All right.
so yeah, he's fine. You're good. He's fine.
I
you
return.
leave him. Yeah, you leave him
return
to.
the statement with, but of course. So
You leave him to his devices in there to make himself comfortable, and as you do, you receive a message.
I do.
A Masagi?
A magical message.
Ooh.
Like a sending spell?
Yes.
Okay.
So, it simply says...
The music
This.
stopped.
Probably not a good thing.
It's not good. The music stopped.
See, is this guy gonna turn into a fucking demon or something like that?
2 days Sturven.
Oh,
Oh. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
mhm.
Do I
We gotta
recognize...
pick up the pace a little bit.
Oh, do I recognize the voice? Is this
do
what-
you receive a voice?
It is a voice, yes.
Oh,
It's a
right,
voice,
in that
right?
case-
It's your boss.
It's
I
your
was-
boss.
I was just double checking. It's fucking. I remember. My brain isn't working right now.
You're
good.
entirely good. I will pop her
Struworth.
up.
There you go. Curtis Struworth is his name, right? Oh, Sturven. Right. Never mind.
Yes, this one.
Oh,
This
It's
one.
okay.
This
Yeah.
Or
boss.
you did
boss.
typoed her name.
I
because
did.
Here it's a you, and there it's
I apologize. I missed that.
That would explain why I didn't recognize. Okay. So, anyways, so she's telling us 2 days. Got it. Okay.
All right.
I can respond in kind, and we'll say, "Understood, ma'am."
Mm-hmm.
Mommy. I'm sorry, mommy. I'm sorry, mommy.
Response, mommy, sorry. Got it. Mommy, sorry, got it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
With that, a little later on in the night, you will receive another message. You will receive another message from her. This one I'll voice to you, since you can hear her voice, which I did not realize. My apologies.
It doesn't particularly say one way or the other. It just says, "I recognize you if I know you." So
Okay.
just says
Well,
you contact them and send a
once
message.
again,
So.
you once again recognize Sturven. Duke Corythus' army has passed the Scaranruff Mountains. He is now back in Placerfrom, and will be making his way to the capital. He will also be bringing his son to the dinner. Be ready.
Message
Let me
received and
know
understood,
if I ever
ma'am.
need to assassinate anyone.
Wait, it's a spoiled brat and calling it out.
Mm.
So once everything is set, I assume before dinner, I will probably let Struworth know the messages that I have received.
He will frown.
Suppose we better get ready to make a choice then.
Yes, it does seem to be the case.
Let's hope that this little adventure you're going on for Elia's sake bears some fruit. Very well. Continue on.
Yes, sir.
There you go. And other than that, I'd say that is your night. For all those that rolled checks, Rena, yeah, you cooked food. You did the cook.
I did the cook. I bring the deer his food.
Excellent.
Hold on, I'm gonna teleport everywhere.
You, Florentina, despite your distractions, you do manage to get the kitchen looking better now. Maiden Heaven, did you roll?
Yes, for the hallway, to fix the hallway.
Where is it? Oh, yeah.
The one that was cut up by the cutlery.
Yeah.
You get it looking fine. The rug is a little patched up, but It does look like a really long rug.
I'm a
someone
I'm
had
a
a
blacksmith,
mending
not a
job.
weaver.
Viella, call
That's
your
my
son
job.
now. Son out here.
No, the weaving is my job.
Yeah, I got it at least like passable, but Rena would be like the final touch.
Yeah. As for you and your role there, Leona, were you just generally doing this room?
Everything that needs to be done. Although my main mission was getting it ready for dinner. Yes. So
yes. All right. In that case, the table is set, and
perfectly.
Dinner is able to go by relatively unspoiled. Let's say that.
I give the dear baby his food.
The deer accepts the food and quizzically looks at what you have given him. What have you given him?
What the fuck are we having for dinner tonight? Shit.
What did we make?
It's not my job to know that. It's yours.
Venison.
What did I make?
Venison.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, what kind of cuisines are popular in place you're from? What kind of food we cook?
Venison.
Brought you Ron McRoswald.
We could see beef from cows,
chicken nuggies,
chickens,
and mac and cheese.
Pork.
No, fuck it. It's
pork.
Yeah, pork would be
It's
good.
hamburger steak. I don't know.
It's just a massive bowl of mac and cheese in the table.
No.
Wow, introducing the Northerner to carbs.
Yeah.
No.
Is there nothing more fitting?
So we have, what was it? It's
hamburger steak and gravy,
Renfall waffles, right?
Sides of vegetables and
what is
jambalaya?
Jambalaya.
Jambalaya.
In the courtyard.
Frumian jambalaya. Is that apparently their meat? Is that their dish?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Sure.
Well, I'm starved. Who wants jambalaya?
The fuck is jambalaya? I actually don't know what it's made out of.
I don't know, but Alvaro gives me the impression of being the man who just likes a huge steak.
It's
medium.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking we ate.
Yeah.
We made hamburger steaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Hamburger steaks from the places.
Yeah, jambalaya is.
There's definitely a lot of meat in Frumian diet.
It's like a Cajun thing, I think.
Yeah, it's a Cajun Creole thing.
Yeah.
They got it a lot down
like
here in
sausage,
Arkansas and Louisiana.
Rice.
It also says it's usually with rice, and that makes me wonder. I don't imagine that they grow rice in place you're from, so actually it would not be a meal. Wouldn't be a meal there.
Actually, rice probably would be one of the few things that they can grow because there's a lot of plains in like a lot of
I imagine it
flatlands.
mostly things like wheat and oats and
that would actually if they
have need more watery areas though. If it's plains, wheat would make more sense.
It's usually more it's more marshy, or it's like really like that's why the rice is grown in places where there's usually monsoons. Lots and lots of water. They're grown in paddies.
Funnily enough, Arkansas is the literal #1 export in the world of rice. So we actually export the most rice in the entire world. So
whoa,
yeah.
I imagine the place you're from is probably a little too north, though.
Yeah, probably a bit.
It's probably mostly staple crops like wheat and oats and barley and all that.
Yeah.
So they definitely have good beers, good meats, and good wheat. So yes, absolutely.
Good bread.
Honestly,
Mick
Roswald's makes the most sense.
PBJ.
You know what?
PBJ.
You know what?
Yeah, PB&J.
You know what? Look, this is what we made. Because we were talking Southern hospitality, I made chicken fried steak.
Oh fuck yeah, boy!
Okay, that works.
Fuck yeah!
Frumian chicken fried steak. All right.
Wait, chicken steak?
It's literally beef steak, but it's fried like fried chicken.
It's so fucking.
So like,
good.
Why is it not fried steak?
It's so fucking good. Holy shit!
It's steak fried like chicken.
Yeah, you fry it. Yeah, you fry it with
bread it, boil, all that shit. Yeah.
That's just breaded steak.
Yeah, it's delicious. It's
fried
delicious.
like
Chicken
chicken.
fried steak is amazing, and I made there's
yes, but why call it fried chicken?
different kinds
Because
of
it's just
gravy.
breaded.
There's
It's chicken fried.
You tell me a chicken fried this steak?
Oh my god.
That's just a fucking milanesa. That's
Don't
it.
please don't ever tell England about this because they'll start calling it battered cow or something.
Oh no.
I don't know.
It's too late. We've already told
battered
Solar
beef.
about it.
Make it
No!
boring.
Battered
Somehow
beef.
make it bland as fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
Look at the
Sorry,
sauce.
Solar. It's true.
It's going to become a
Breaded-
staple at all chippies. I'm sorry, we're going to ruin your cuisine.
Breaded bean chicken.
Okay,
All
I'm
right.
moving on now.
All right. Solar, what you need to do is you just need to get turmeric, onion powder, garlic powder, and pepper. Like black pepper.
there we go.
And
I have all
Okay.
those things.
you
Okay.
just use that.
I can tell you that
There we
we
go.
also have those things.
Good.
So
Use
just what I
that. You'll be
made.
fine.
my family is a proud owner of a spice rack. It's a rare commodity here.
Oh, yes. Good.
Okay, anyway. So he will accept it and he will quizzically look at it. But yeah, he
Little what now?
Along
quizzically.
with some sauce, it's all
Yeah, you
good.
know, he's good.
The gravy.
He tries it out and yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Okay. So,
It's a bit different. The Milanese that you said is more made with like breadcrumbs. This is like chicken fried steak. Like it's like the same thing you get when you go to KFC and you get your fried chicken. That's the kind of breading on it.
yeah.
It's a different form of breading.
To be fair, I always thought they were just the same.
No, they're not. The breading is different, which makes it have a different texture and flavor.
Ah,
There you go.
okay. I see.
Chicken
I see, I
fried
see.
steak.
Right.
Chicken fried steak
Yeah.
tacos. There you go.
Oh, I'm on my
Yeah.
way.
Oh,
On my
with a
way.
real tortilla thing.
With a real tortilla. Yeah, baby.
Oh, I'm on
Oh,
my way.
yeah.
That looks great.
Right. So,
Anyway.
if there isn't anything, no, you're good. If there isn't anything else, going on this night, I will move on to the morning.
Time to sleep.
Which get to sleep. Get the fuck sleep.
Get to fuck sleep?
Stay.
That's why you're in the other room. It's fine.
Can I move this? Oh, you're all still here. Next day,
Okay.
I'll put some music on. Enam thinks it might finally be time.
Cool.
All right.
Very well. I believe I have enough information about Lady Elia to perform this ritual. I hope you don't mind me making use of your courtyard.
This would be Elia's courtyard, so, I don't say
free.
anything.
I'm just like whispering to the collective. I just arranged it, but sure, go ahead.
It's absolutely fine. Would you prefer doing it over there?
Very well.
So we'll move over to the side of the courtyard.
So, I am about to cast the spell, or perform the ritual. Is it wise for Elia to be here?
Doesn't magic still require the one it is about to be present?
No. It does not. Or I could use her as a focus. However, that would not be
Not be advisable.
not be advisable.
What? Out of character question. What if
Go
it was
ahead.
like a single strand of her hair or something?
Oh,
And
I can tell you that what I'm going to do, it would not work like that.
Okay.
as a caster, I kind of want to ask what kind of ritual then, because as like the experience like Flamme has, I would have as a caster is like you need to target something with magic. Magic just cannot be cast and expected to work on something, if that makes sense.
When he begins casting, you can spellcraft to see what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well-
can tell you that the reason why I needed to know about Elia is because the spell is based profoundly on my memory of the person or object in question, should they not be present.
So
If I did so without getting to know her, it could have taken multiple days. And you all seem like you're in a hurry.
Perhaps it would be cautionary to... Then she stops when she sees Leona moving towards her.
my thoughts exactly, Florentina. Elia, Your Grace, would you prefer to wait elsewhere whilst he finishes his spell for your safety?
If that is what you would be more comfortable with, yes, I will take a step away.
I see Heka approaching.
She is here.
If it would also be so to make things easier, I will remain at Elia's side in case anything should happen.
This is appreciated, Heka. Thank you. You
Very
may
well.
take her then.
Come.
She just says to Elia, and just the two of them are going to take a step back and probably just step into this room here, out of the way.
Okay.
That's fair, and I will step over next to Rena.
Before you left, Floor, I kind of want to whisper to you, just to... I know it's repetitive, but...
You can just telepathy her too.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Are you sure we can trust he's not doing anything?
I have needles drawn behind my back.
Are you sure he's trustworthy? Is that what you said, Ebony?
Yes.
Well, if he turns... From what we conversed in his cell, this is in the collective. From what we conversed in his cell, I believe him to be trustworthy, and if he proves otherwise, well, we simply do our maidly duties. Yes.
Not that I distrust your judgment, but I will have a wall of fire prepared to encase him, if needed.
Oh. I suppose that is good to know. She has a little bit of like hesitation to that knowledge, so just okay.
I do believe that Rena has given you the materials you require. Is there anything else?
No. This should be sufficient. And with that, he takes the incense and starts drawing on the floor.
That's devil man.
Magic circle. If it was upside down, it would be.
Yeah.
It is upside down.
Wouldn't
if
being
you look at
upside
it.
down be perspective?
Yeah.
Ritual is complete.
This is actually just the way up it came. So I
Nice.
I can turn it upside down if you want.
No, you're
No, it's fine.
Okay.
filled in magic circles are hard to come by in the drop down, so I get it.
They are.
Should I roll spellcraft now, or that has to wait until the spell is cast?
When he begins casting it, you can.
Yeah. He places the 4 strips of ivory on either side of the ritual circle and steps into it. And... Oh, pardon me.
He vanishes.
He teleports home. We're fucked.
Teleports home. Damn it.
Teleports behind you.
Nothing personal,
Nothing personal, kid. Ah. He steps into it, and that begins casting. Now, you can roll me your spellcraft rolls now if you want.
30.
Good grief.
I don't spell nor craft.
I craft, but I don't spell.
I'm kidding.
22.
I do craft.
22 to 8, Ebony.
Okay. So,
If Elia is not here, I may also have like spell magic on. I mean, not the spell, detect magic.
Damn.
there is indeed magic going on.
Just be careful.
Yeah. So, with that 30 and with that 22, let me just look up the precise amount. What you need to get for it?
Is it not 15 plus double the spell level for spellcraft?
It is.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I basically went to look up because I didn't know. Thank you.
So you should be able to see up to probably... No. If it's 15 plus. I think you could see all the way up to 16 plus... Up to 8th level at this point. So if it was up to an 8th level spell, I think they should be able to figure it out. Because that's DC 31.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will be scared if it's a 9th level spell.
Yeah, I'd be a little worried. I'm like, wait, how is he managing that? Oh dear.
He's got a 9th level spell, then why the hell did he let himself get thrown in jail?
I can tell you that it is in fact a 6th level spell.
Oh.
So he is still powerful, but you know.
If he's so powerful, how come he's dead?
Seems pretty alive to me.
He is casting the spell Legend Lore. People start frantically looking up that spell.
Oh, I already know what that is.
I know what it does, yeah.
Yep. Don't even need to look it up.
Yep.
I am acquainted.
It's a good one.
I will relay the message on the collective. He's tapping into old knowledge about, well, I'm assuming about Elia's condition.
Okay. So, as he does so, you hear him mention under his breath, "Come, spirits. Show me this girl's past. Show me all that is affecting her." And so, the incense seems to glow strangely, and the ivory seems to disintegrate. And with that, he opens his eyes, which are now glowing silver. And everything feels very quiet. I see your father. Her father, he was truly a great hero. He fought many beasts, killed many terrible monsters, slew a great dragon. My, it is a shame that such a tale has not found its way to the north. It would have been a saga among sagas. I am saddened that I did not get to meet the man. As he says that, Theo and Averin kind of look up, hopefully a little bit of pride in their eyes. Ah, I see now. And it was your father who gave unto you, unto Elia, this blood.
Oh, yes. It all makes sense now. A great hero of legend exposes themselves to a great many magical forces. It would only make sense that his bloodline would be so altered. But with what? What force found its way into your father's bloodline? I will peer deeper and find out. Come to me, spirits. Ancestors all, show me the truth. The truth is... And with that, he goes silent for a moment. Something doesn't seem right about his composure anymore. You could even say you detect a sense of fear in him.
Oh no.
What? No. No, 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 no. That's impossible. It's like the presence is frayed. Like the strands of a rope leading to nothing. A gaping wound upon her soul. A missing piece. A present with no past. Something not broken nor even destroyed, but gone. The essence of absence. The meaning of void formed into a single black mark upon her form. It craves. It yearns. It is pure unexistence in this girl. What are you? Whatever she has inside her, it is not of this plane or any other. Ah! And with that, the spell ends.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
It's okay.
Oh,
I thought Solar disconnected after that for a second.
I did too. That was
Wait, what? What happened?
Kai disconnected and reconnected when you were like, ah!
Oh, right.
Just as you
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't. My Discord did the thing where I couldn't hear after a certain point,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
so I missed the end.
I'm gonna maybe just whisper into the collective to maybe take the children away from this.
You are next to them. You're next to them if
You're
you'd like
the
to.
one. Yeah.
To summarize, basically at the end, I'm not sure where it was, but he basically said, whatever is inside this girl, it is not on this plane or any other.
I know about planes. I'm not from this plane.
Hey, same
Rena.
series.
Y'all do
Hey.
knowledge planes. If you have it.
As someone from the shadow plane. Something void.
Oh, I do
Something-
have.
Something shadow
Or at least
realm.
somebody who is one of your relatives, your ancestors come from there, so, you know.
With that-
Sure. Just the ancestors. my
The
lord.
incestors. The incestors? What? What the fuck?
I hope not. I hope not.
I mean,
Turning this-
Pardon
it
me.
is a royal family.
Turning
I
this-
went to say incense and you said ancestors, so I said incestors.
Turning this family tree into a
I
family
mean-
circle.
That's a great. That's
It is a
that's a
royal
great-
family.
That's
so...
a great term for a royal family, though. It really is.
The incense dissipates. Oh my god. And Enam is left clutching his head. And he is shaking.
Gonna send to collective. Keep me posted. I'll take the children inside.
Okay, so you start to usher the children away. I'm going to begin stepping forward next to Florentina. Enam, what's wrong?
Ah, I don't know. Ah, give me a moment.
I will return in the collective to let Flamme know, yes, go ahead and pull the children inside.
No. But also saying like as we're seeing this, maybe
Just roll.
with
I mean,
What are you rolling?
links.
Go ahead.
my logic is always just roll. If the DM doesn't want the roll, we can just always throw it out. I never
My-
ask to roll it. Just roll it. If it doesn't work, then I just
Go ahead. I've noted them. Don't worry. I can tell you that with that knowledge check, I can tell you that this whatever he's talking about is both strangely within and outside of your knowledge. That he said that whatever is inside Elia is not on any plane. That is disturbing.
Very concerning, because everything is on every plane at some point.
Everything is on every plane. Everything exists in the planes that as we know it.
I'm just gonna sit here and smile and not say a word.
Uh-huh.
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 So after your check, of course, through the thing, as you would ask, yes, I'd say take the children inside, and as we stand here and try to deal with whatever's going on with Enum now. So
Okay.
It's gonna go.
Take the children inside.
Princess, why don't we go inside and have something else? We might need
do
to
anything else.
Literally, just come inside.
literally anything else. Theo, I have a new book for you. Avian, I have a new coloring book for you.
They look kind of nervous and disturbed, but they will
I
follow you.
am smiling to try to keep them.
Okay.
appeased.
You lead them inside. They don't
Get you
don't
guys a snack.
they don't
Argue.
argue. Enum is still clutching his head, just rubbing his temples. If you want,
step
you can
forward a bit.
go
Are
ahead.
you okay?
I am fine. I did not expect something like that.
Same.
I think my head is a little more clear though.
Roll me a sense motive.
Nope.
Me and Florentina got it. It's fine.
God damn!
Nope. I'm just gonna offer him some water.
Here, eat a snack.
Have some
Have
water.
some
Sit
snackies.
down.
Maybe
You know,
he's hungry.
you little woozy. Sit down. Have some water.
Yeah.
Sit down before you fall down.
Yes, down before you fall down. Yeah.
So, you can tell with your sense motives. It's not hard to tell that he is absolutely terrified. Something, whatever he was shown, shook him to his core.
I do not know if that was much of the answers you wanted, but I would ask, I would beg that you do not ask me to do that again.
It appeared to be quite painful, whatever you saw. I would not imagine we would need to. After you can explain what you did see. Your words during your spell were vague, to say the least. Although... She stops when she hears him talk.
It is not a matter of what I did see, miss, but what I did not. What I did not see was Elia's past, or whatever is in her bloodline. It is not possessing of a past. There is present, there is now, there is here, but there is no before.
What could that possibly mean?
It is impossible. My tribe dedicated its entire existence to the will of the spirits of our ancestors. In other words, we are the sole proprietors, the masters of past tense, of history, of time, of what was before. And this is the first time I have ever seen something lack a before.
So nothing above the former King Alvor, you mean to say?
It is whatever has attached itself to him. When he was a hero. It is not uncommon, I'm sure you know, that bloodlines can form when you have exposure to certain magical forces. Well, he was exposed to some force that is nothing.
Something must be wrong with the magic. This can't... That does not make any sense at all. Alvor's line is known.
It is not...
It is spoken of in the history books.
It is not his line. It is whatever is now his bloodline.
Something taints his soul.
Imagine a rope, if you will. A rope has a beginning and an end. Just like time, just like your past. Your life is a story. And the strands form everything you do.
Each person will link back until the past, a chain upon chain, link upon link.
Yes, but when I tried to follow the strands of the force that is giving Elias magic, or lack of magic, it is cut, frayed. The rope has been cut by something. There is nothing there anymore. There is nothing at all. There is not even the absence of something. Because even in our world, nothing is something. This is just pure absence.
I know that Heka and... where Heka and Elia are, and the first thing that I kind of want to do, a little horrified in my face, I just start rushing in that direction to see them, because I'm sure they can hear through the door, so... We can do that separately or whatever, depending on, so...
I look towards Theo's teacher as somebody I know who has authority on magic, and see what kind of expression they're making.
Okay. So we'll do
yes.
Leona first. You do open the door and you do see them. They were listening in at the door. And well, you can only see one of their faces, but you can just tell by her composure that both of them are in a similar state of shock to your own.
just have a strange mixture of like quizzical but also slight trepidation. Just kind of, yeah, I don't know what to say. I just wanted to see them. So
Yeah. You step out, Elia steps out, and even with this new knowledge, she just seems like an ordinary princess.
I almost have to look her up and down just to make sure she's there. Like she's not just gonna disappear on me.
Mm-hmm.
Is everything all right?
She says, noticing you doing this.
Gonna break composure for a second, and I pull her into a hug and say, "Seems to be, Your Grace."
She is. The last thing she expected was that from you. You catch her off guard, and she returns the hug and pulls back and looks at you.
Which she pulls back, I sort of immediately then stiffen back up as if it's like, oh shit, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. She gives you a smile. But I don't think you even need to roll to know it's her, it's a face you've known Elia to have quite a lot whenever people bring up her illness, the fact that she's probably going to die soon. It is a smile of someone who has accepted their fate, yet persists to be happy.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
Florentina there's denial written on her face. She's kind of just tapping her fingers across her chin and her cheek, just thinking about everything she's ever studied. So, Solar,
Yeah?
were I to roll knowledge history, would she... This adventure was like 50 years ago.
At this point, it would be history.
Yes.
So.
Would I be able to try and think of anything I could recollect from a particular place he might have traveled that could have that he might have caught something?
Sure.
Anything
Or
you've read in
caught-
history that could even
caught the
remotely
nothing?
feel like it.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'm trying to
Because
think.
it was foretold that when they went to Fort Morgalla, they went to Abyssian, and that was a fucked up place. So
A place where the darkness of Morgalla's realm bled through into ours.
34
And,
history.
Well, through the telepathy link, I will do an aid check, which I am very shaken, so I do not. So
This is
I will
me-
roll for
I don't have history.
This
Neither
is
do
me
I.
nervously pacing about the courtyard, just in thought.
Viella will roll. She will aid you. So, all that you can muster together of the legend of King Alvor, it is very
and his
difficult.
companions.
Even with that roll, it is very difficult to piece everything together. Can you, as a player, name everything you fought from start to finish in
Okay, so you
Champions
see
of
there was-
Kyonin?
Yes, I'm up.
Champions of Nartor. It's even older. It's even older than Champions of Kyonin or Kyonin. It is Champions of Nartor.
Champions of
At
Naruto, pardon
first,
me.
I was a poop, and Guti was a dead fish.
That's
All
true.
right.
And
So
Somebody
of
was a
note,
fox.
of specific note
yes, I was the
for
poop fox.
for Champions of Nartor. Possible
Things that might be remembered in history.
Mhm.
There was Siegfried in the Mithril Mines.
Siegfried in the Mithril Mines.
So-
Deal.
I can.
I don't know if his is
let's-
known.
Yeah, let's let Solar talk.
It's okay. Yeah, I wasn't entirely finished, but that's one of the just to show you how hard it is. So, there aren't so many. You're trying to go through the big ones in your head, and I mean, where better to start there with, of course, the biggest thing he killed, Morgala, an ancient primordial dragon.
Just
a creature so powerful it came from time immemorial. That could be a big option. It could have been countless other things, though. It's impossible to tell without the man himself being here.
We do have the next best thing.
Zane is still alive, isn't he?
Still young, and he's still young too by his standards.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
Yeah, but
And
The other
Yeah.
major companions are old at this point, if they are still alive.
Yeah, but
wasn't
we're a
there
bit
at the
funky with Nertor relations right about now.
You are.
Not for our lack of trying, though.
Not for your
I'm
lack
sure
of trying.
Zane might come if he hears it's for one of his friends' kids. And that
But we
it
need
might
the
help
decision.
relations.
We would need the fix within 2 days.
Yeah.
He's right here.
This
No, he's
man
not.
here.
He's our in. He knew about the silverware.
He knew about the silverware.
That's true.
He did indeed know. So, the thing I can give with you is that you did go to all the extent of getting Zane here. Maybe he could offer some enlightenment, because not only is he a person who knew Alvor personally, but he is a very powerful mage. He's a bard, right?
Yes.
He is,
Yes.
yeah.
He's a level 20 bard. Great.
Yep.
So
At minimum, he could have mythic levels at this point.
He could.
And I
That's
can
fine,
confirm,
yeah.
as the holder of his sheet, he put points in all of his knowledges. So.
Mhm.
And I'm sure his wisdom is high enough to remember a lot of the things.
Oh, he was my first character, so my wisdom stat ended up being higher than my charisma stat, at least when I started. So,
You know what's funny?
enough.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? We could even
Great
use his
memory, oh my
old
God.
character sheet.
He's a bard.
not-
His whole thing is remembering our stories to
Yeah,
carry them
not-
on.
Not just his character sheet, but his character portrait. He'd probably not
Yeah.
age very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
They live as
So-
long as elves do. If it's 50 years, how old was he? Wasn't he just... Right, because you originally made him so he was like 17, 18. That's what made it so that all the races grow at the same rate, but they don't age the same rate.
I put her
Right.
somewhere in his 20s, yeah, I think.
So he's only 7. So and in terms of elf, like age, like 400, 500 years, he is young.
Oh, he's a
Babby.
He's a little baby.
He's a level
Well-
20 babby.
But Zeal still alive?
For me, in terms of the history of things, my answer is yes.
Technically, yes, but he is
Although
like
he
old.
He's aged.
He is
yeah.
he is the old monk master now at this point. Which, funny enough, with his abilities, he would still be able to act as if he was younger. He is, he doesn't feel the effects of aging at all. But,
Is he like a jacked old man, or is he like
Yeah.
He's a jacked
brittle
old
and-
man.
He's a jacked old man. He's Master Roshi without the prettiness.
Wrong choice!
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Zeus from
so,
Record of
I think-
Ragnarok.
I think it's just Zane and Zeal, because all of my characters wouldn't have even... Some might still be alive, but they wouldn't have been there for the whole duration to be
Yeah.
able to help.
Yeah.
And
Cat-
Schism's dead.
Cat is dead, right?
don't know.
Don't
Cat?
know.
We don't know.
She stayed in Renfall after it burned, and that's all we remember.
And you know who we now know we have confirmed has a sending scroll? Beep beep.
Setta's still alive, but wasn't there the whole time.
Yeah. Anyway.
She
Well,
wanders
yeah,
around
no.
and does her thing. The 3 that were there at the end were Alvor, Zane, and Zeal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because Schism is dead.
And I hate to play devil's advocate for this, but we also don't know what could have happened to him, where Alvor could have gone between the end of the Champions fight and the
Yeah.
other 50 years.
Yeah, there's still a
So,
whole
that's very
50 years
true.
between that.
That's a gap.
You know,
That was
you know
like
who,
golf.
you know who would be around that is actually decently accessible?
Aaron?
Raylana.
The
Oh,
queens, Royella, Raylana, the two
Well,
queens.
specifically the queen. Royella would probably be like venerable at this point. She probably wouldn't, you know.
If she's still alive.
Yeah.
Ray would know what happened in the years after. She just wouldn't have knowledge of the early journeys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and the things at the end that we would need Zane and Zeal if it was something that happened during Narrator. But if it's something that happened before or after, Ray would be a good source because she knew him before as well.
I'd feel like Zane
So
would
we
have
would
kept
just
up with
need
Alvor.
Zane and Zeal. Yeah, we would just need Zane and Zeal for like the narrative
middle
journey
bits.
and anything else. Yeah.
Raylana for what
That
came
Zane
after when he
might-
married her. So
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So
probably a lot of thoughts flying around in telepathy once we
a
all.
lot of
once we
thoughts.
all-
Yeah, Solar. I think we're done
Sounds like a
speculating for now.
mess.
You guys, yeah, there's just like a load of like mental thoughts happening around. Everyone else is just being dead quiet. It's like, is anyone going to continue the conversation?
We're all just like-
and it
we're
is.
like,
It's just happening in our heads.
One muted the chat.
So there is there is some things that the NPCs will add. Viella will simply point out, just in concurrence with everything you have done so far, the idea that something exists outside of the planes as we know it is an arcane impossibility.
Looks at the moon.
There is nothing.
Hope not.
There is nothing that we know of in our known laws of science, of arcane knowledge. If what you say is true, sir, then you are discarding hundreds of books of academic knowledge based on planar travel. There is not. It's just impossible. It's just. She just like puts her hand on her head. She's trying to obviously wrap her mind around it, but she can't. There is one more thing. I struggled to piece this out in my pain, but there is something I can tell you which might give you hope. I do not know what you will feel about it, but I was shown one last thing before my spell failed. There is a force similar to this. A force not unlike what I felt here, that resides in the world to this present day. But I'm afraid you might not like where it is.
This is my proof.
Jesus.
Thank you.
No problem.
He steps forward to look you all in the eye. It resides in my home, the North.
We are going home.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Well,
We just need to
good,
buy
good
more
thing.
time.
Good thing. I am very well equipped for cold.
Mm,
That means I don't need equipment.
goodness.
And what would we find in the north that would glean us more insight?
That I cannot tell you. I'm afraid I cannot be of more help. I am deeply sorry. And if you look him in the eyes, you can see he genuinely means that.
Just
This
the
is-
very weakened, pale eyes, the faded glance in the pupils.
Downtrodden
tell you.
ears.
That, yeah, I can tell you that this is the first time I have ever experienced anything like this. I left my tribe a long time ago on rather bad terms, if I might say. But in all my time, I have never forgotten our ways, and I have never, ever felt something like this when trying to discover more about the past. And the very suggestion that that I have not found history, but found nothing that would shake my tribe to its core.
So, theoretically, it's not about what we would find, but where it might be discovered. That
Indeed.
being your home.
Just that is all I can give you. I know the North is a great country, but that is all I can tell you. That something in there, something in its fields and fjords and forests, something there lurks, and it might have the answer for you. But I cannot tell you if it would give you a cure for her or anything. I am truly sorry.
I march my way over. Look up at him. Her steely resolve as best she can back. You did say that was your end of the bargain, was it not? That you would give us everything that you could, but did not guarantee a cure, correct?
That is true.
Then I do believe that you've upheld your end. At which point, we must do the best we can to uphold ours. As it was, upon my word.
He seems to breathe a sigh of relief. And with that, Elia steps forward. Kind of see her brave expression.
And it's interesting that you should say that, Leona. We've all discovered something very interesting here today, and I can say that it has certainly been of use, hopefully. And
she kind of looks at you guys a little sheepishly.
I am likely overstepping my bounds here, but Enam, as the princess of place you're from, I have deemed that your services were adequate, and I will say that you are free to go. provided that none of my maids or butler here try to stop me, I will take the sole responsibility of your freeing. You may leave with my good grace.
Just gotta let our boss know about that.
Yep.
So what are all of you doing in response to that? Because she's now looking at you.
She's the royalty. Don't look at me.
I don't agree with it.
The immediate Your Highness, the immediate person who would likely need to receive word of that is Lady Sturven. But far be it from myself, or I would suppose any of us, to harbor objections to your decree.
Was Maiden Heaven saying something?
Oh, I'm just sitting here and thought, Maiden doesn't like it, but far be it for her to go against the word of her charge, basically.
I'm a bit shocked, but I don't say anything otherwise.
Well, yeah.
Elia, you know that is not in your power to do.
Yes, I know. And I know that as soon as we let Sturven know about this, I'm sure she will also disagree. I'm not ordering you to let him go, okay? I'm asking. And if anyone asks, if anyone tell them I overstepped. Tell them it's my fault. I'm sorry. I do not see a point in keeping him here any longer.
Quick question, Solar. What is
Go ahead.
I'm not sure what the knowledge check would be for this, but what would be the policy on releasing a prisoner of war from your charge? What is Placiafrum's policy on prisoners of war being released?
History or nobility?
Shit, I have neither of them.
Local is also about law as well. So.
I have none of them.
In which case, roll me any of those, and I'll give a response that is
I have
in
none of
relation.
them. I'm sorry.
In that case, you don't know.
I don't know, but I don't like it.
I have nobility and local.
I'll do a
roll
nobility.
those?
19.
I'll roll both.
I'll just whisper to the collective. What's the policy on that?
I'll consider nobility as well, I suppose.
Okay.
7 to nobility.
God damn.
Florentina really do be out here.
Yeah. Rena,
She really
Rena
do.
and Florentina.
She's an intelligence build.
Yeah, she's an intelligence build.
Yeah. God damn. So, Rena and Florentina, with your 2 rolls, I'll say this. It's difficult. Technically, he is a prisoner of war. And there isn't really a force on Earth right now that can release him. Because there's no monarch right now. That's the kind of problem that Placiafrum is in. A lot of official laws and decrees need to be made by the monarch.
I have an idea.
And right now, Elia is overstepping her bounds quite a bit. It's definitely not right. But yeah, she's basically saying, I know it's wrong, heap the blame on me.
What would be the punishment for it?
Deuce go to the north to seek out the thing. He could come with us as a guide.
I have something also in mind.
And we also have the Duke in 2 days.
Yep. What do we...
So
What is the punishment for that specifically? Do we know?
Treason? Kind of feels treasonous.
It's
Treason.
it's a
Treason,
little
then.
it's a little treasonous.
Yeah.
And usually the punishment for treason
Treason is
death.
death. Yeah.
But
here's
it's like the thing is if you were to say Elia did it, they're not gonna kill Elia. They're not. They're not gonna do anything to her.
all right.
We know they're already not happy with any of this to begin with.
Right.
And is it really going to help the Duke's case if she does something? Our case to the Duke about her if she does this?
That's what I'm trying to. That's what I've been trying to say. Like, if
I'm sorry.
if we can try and persuade her to have patience, to exercise
At least
patience
hold
on this
off.
matter,
Yeah.
because she can still do that should she ascend the throne. She's not going to get to the throne if she does something so risque like this. This is huge. She's not going to gain any favors towards her support.
Yeah.
I think we should keep him here because we do still have time with him as our prisoner, air quote.
Mhm.
And again, if
We'll
wait until after the Duke, and again, if we do decide to go to the north to explore that option, he can come with us as a guide.
Yeah.
We only have one more day though with him.
We have him for
We
2
have, like,
weeks.
a week. Yeah, I thought we had him for 2 weeks.
No,
I
that
signed
thing
him.
said-
I signed him for 2 weeks.
No,
It
but
was-
you got the message that said 2 days. Remember?
For-
2 days
was the
until the
Duke.
Duke.
Until the Duke comes here. Yeah.
That was for
Wait,
the Duke.
really? I thought
Yep.
that was.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That was 2 days announcement for the Duke arriving.
Hold on. All right.
Yes.
So she got 2 messages. The first one said I thought it said
2 days, Sturvin.
2 days.
Sturvin. And
Which
then a
is-
later one said that the Duke was coming.
Yeah,
they
that
were
was
both
just
one.
following up with the
That
2
was
days
following
comment.
up. Yes.
With additional information.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want to know how I read that? I read that to mean that Sturvin found out about this and said no, and was basically said, no, fuck that. 2 days.
2 days.
Eat ass.
I feel like she would have included that if she had meant that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still,
she would have had
I-
more
I-
choice words for us.
Okay. All right. So
Understandable confusion, though.
fuck
You know.
me throwing that wrench into you guys' thought process.
No, you're good.
No, you're good. You're good.
I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
trying
we
to.
still have him for a while.
Yeah, we've got him for a little while.
Okay.
So,
Like another, 13 days? We've only had him for 1.
after listening to the chatter in my skull and listening to Struworth speak, I will also turn with him and, Struworth has said, what exactly did he say again? I just want to add to it, so.
He basically said, that's not in your power to do, Elia.
I will turn to her and add, think of what this would do for you, the chances of ascending the throne. No one would want to be on your side. To allow that to even happen in the first place, to give you the power to do this. But, should we appease the Duke, convince him that perhaps you would be the best choice for the throne, and when you do ascend properly, you could give the decree properly. In the meantime, he is safe and able to stay with us for these next 2 weeks.
She, as you speak, she bites her lip. But
He has done his part, and we will do ours. But we must do it properly, Your Grace.
I know you're right, but
I understand how you feel.
what if I
If
personally...
go on.
I was just going to say, if I look up at it's Enam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enam. Mm-hmm.
Enam, Are you in any rush to leave?
Personally, I would like to be home as soon as possible. I do not feel like that is something I should be ashamed of. I yearn for the many fjords and forests, and...
Would you be opposed to waiting a few more days? If we can secure Elia's place on the throne... all the better for all of us.
You say if Maiden Heaven. The answer is when. And she kind of stares at you for a second.
Yeah.
Does this mean you have decided that this is the girl who will be the next monarch?
She must be. This is Florentina. She rubs her hand that she had slit before.
Did we lose somebody?
Ebony had to leave.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Don't worry. We're wrapping this up anyway.
Fair. I just go thinking back to what... this is just a side note is what's going on in my head. I'm thinking back to when Elia said that if you need to use me, put me on the throne for a bit, I would be happy to do that to give you time. So,
okay.
That's just what's going through my head.
Okay. So with that, Struworth is going to look at you and say,
wait, does that mean you've made a decision?
He looks at all of you when saying this.
What about the other two?
I think our decision...
Just sort of bare my teeth for a second because, I'm just like, gah!
In the collective, I think the die is cast on this one.
We will prevail.
I believe this is less what we want. I believe this is in the collective. I believe this is less what we want and more what must happen. Mm-hmm. I do believe that that the fate which is spun by Zelos is set before us. Indeed. Before I then open my eyes and say, I do believe so, sir. We will put our good word forward to the Duke, and thus then, those on his side, that Elia should be the one to ascend the throne.
And may Zelos protect her soul.
May Zelos protect her and guide us all.
You can tell, again, don't even need to roll. His face is full of worry, but he doesn't seem to disagree.
Very well then. If we are all in agreement, I would like Flamme's opinion, of course, but if this is the road you have decided to choose, then I will not stop you.
He takes a step forward, and he takes Elia's hands in his.
I will always be by your side, my lady. Please, remember that we will all be here to support you.
As he says this feels like a perfect time to essentially do a kneel. So saying this, and it's just kind of the down to one knee, head down.
Florentina kneels, does a knight's bow. Clutches a fist to her chest.
Elia. She steps back for a moment to look at all of you, and she looks to each and every one of you in the eye, and you see tears start to fall down her face as she stands before you, trying to look tall and imposing like a queen should, and says, I will do my best for all of you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me do this.
Wonderful.
With that, I think that's...
And that'll be session.
That'll be one last thing. One last thing.
Oh.
So, we
Music
need
stopped.
to do one last
Oh no.
thing.
One last thing. All right.
So,
Are we doing a flash around? Are we doing what's going on in Kyonin? Are we moving to another scene to see something in the background?
not yet.
Okay, not yet. Okay.
So, it seems that you guys have all made your decision. Of the 3 children that were presented before you, the 3 heirs to the throne, you have chosen Elia. Despite maybe the more intelligence of Theo, or the strength of character of Averin, you chose to let Elia play the role of the most vulnerable, but probably the most potential. And whatever happens from now, it will be her who pays the price of any of the decisions you have made.
Don't say it like that.
Love it.
Oh no, say it like that.
I love it. Keep saying it like that.
Your decisions have affected one thing in this world. And now Elia, however it comes, will now pay the price. I hope you all have it in you to accept that. Because that is the end of session.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Part 2, Azure Moon.
Well,
God, you gotta make me sit here, and now I'm gonna be fucking anxious for 2 weeks.
Hell yeah,
did
baby.
not expect that.
Good shit.
I've got to be honest. So I want to say now this decision's been made. I'm not sure what Ebby might have something to say about it, so I'll not be absolutely keen on it. But I'll say, like, pretty much, it looks like you guys have made a pretty unanimous decision.
We have made our decision.
I want to assure you that the choices of these 3 characters was entirely optional. There was no push for one character over the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this entire choice, it was entirely yours to try and follow Elia's story, and this was the girl you chose. This was the one you chose, and I'm very surprised. I did not. My money was not on Elia.
I kind of put it down more to the decisions. I'm not even going to say everyone else. The decisions I made, the words that I bound. I'm a very lawful person. I am bound by my word. I promised this man he would be free.
Yep.
And Elia's the one who will do it. So.
And I spilled my blood for it, so I have to.
How do all of you feel about this? Does anyone have any concerns? Does anyone disagree?
No.
Leona technically disagrees, but she knows the bed she's made. She will lie in it, and she will make it work. That is her ethic. At this point, it's that we have a possible lead on dealing with this condition. It's all, you know, literally everything right now is contingent upon something else happening, and she is more than resolved to see the whole thing through.
You have put all of your money in this basket. You are hoping that whatever you find in the north will be an answer. Wow.
And that to
Isn't
keep a
that
promise
how
that I
we
made.
all? Isn't that how we always play these games, though? All of our eggs in a single basket.
Have you not seen us? We're always gonna pick hard mode.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all the more satisfying.
Okay.
Whether or not it works
in that
out.
Case, I will be sure to speak to Ebony about this, because I do want Ebony to have a choice in this as well. But I think Ebby was pushing for her as well. It was her or Theo.
I think so. Yeah, her or Theo.
And
Yeah.
I think
As-
I think
as
I
a-
was the only one pushing for Averin originally.
Yeah.
You were pushing
Originally,
for
I sided with you as well on Averin until we got our lead.
And made our promises. So
Yeah.
that's the biggest reason Leona's making the choice is because she made a promise. It doesn't matter who it's to. If you make a promise, you keep it. That is the way of law. That is what law is. You make your word is your bond.
Mine was verbal and physical.
It's Zealous, isn't it? Contracts. She made a contract. She will see her end through. So.
And Florentina made a blood contract, which is even bigger.
Yep. Mine was physical.
Yeah.
There
it
Sorry,
is.
Leona
I had dinner mishaps. I've been listening this whole time, but
You're fine.
I had to keep muting in and off.
You're good. How do you
but
feel about this?
I agree with the choice because while out of the 3 kids, I do think she is the most fit, and also this is a path that allows us to cure her with this illness. She wouldn't have lived long, and to be able to find a cure for her and open up her whole life, and even I do feel like she's fit to be the ruler the most out of the 3 of them, and to be able to even heal her, it just...
Ty's right. Like, even if she wasn't in line to about to receive the throne, this is the right thing to do.
Don't worry, guys. We can fix her. Smiley face.
And in my mind, in mine and Leona's mind too, it's that Zelos is guiding us. He is showing us by the bonds we have made. He is showing us this is the path we must take.
Yeah.
We will trust in his. We will trust in his judgment.
Trust.
Not to mention, I want to know what the fuck this nothingness is.
Yeah.
That can be a threat in general.
Just pretty soon, guys, we're gonna have to trust in my gods. Yay!
I'm just gonna let you know, I'm just
Solar,
gonna let you know
are
I
you-
already don't give a shit about any gods. So.
Solar, are you ready for this to be our northern campaign? You didn't expect that, did you?
I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh my God! Just let's.
We're
go
gonna
to the
see a
campaign with
cameo
these-
of the other We're gonna see a cameo of the other campaign before it's even started.
I think you guys also really like your northern characters, so no, this will not happen. But
I want to be a rat.
I want to be a deer.
Yeah.
This guy gets to be a deer. Why don't I get to be?
Yeah. So
I'm
there will
excited
still
to
be a
be.
northern campaign, but
I'm excited
This is
to
a
be
taster.
another
I
human.
I think you guys. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I think you guys. It doesn't really hurt to tell you now what you have probably figured out, that this is all a prelude to Northern.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wooten, play a human, impossible. Wooten, play a brawler. Oh, maybe a fighter, disgusting.
It's more
No,
likely
Wooten
than you
would
think.
never.
It's more likely than you think.
Well,
You
in
know
that
what
case-
you like.
it sounds like the party wants to go north.
We just have
We
a
need
duke
to-
to
Makes
deal
the
with
most
we
first.
need
sense
to.
to me.
We
Yes,
need to.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I will be having Struworth talk to you about this, but yes, you do have certain duties you
Yep.
must attend
Oh
to.
no!
Attend to
the
the
Duke
duty.
and his son went into a Sleeping Beauty as sleep coma. Oh, what is
We have
me?
certain duties.
We have to go on.
We have certain
have to-
duties to attend to.
We have to go north to find a cure to bring him out of his sleep coma. Oh no!
Well-
Oh,
Oh,
man!
It's not just
Who
that.
would've-
You have
Well, Duke, did I just hear that you dropped your wristwatch up in the north? We'll be right back. We'll go get that for you.
Yeah, don't
Oh my
worry
God.
about it. We'll be back as fast as possible. Don't worry about anything.
He left. I left my cat on.
The Duke's
fire.
a caster, isn't he? He could teleport us.
You're right. We'll go pick it up ASAP. for you
use
from those
locate
savages.
object.
Don't worry about it.
You just use locate object and greater teleport, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
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 okay.
Provided he's-
So,
Anyways,
well, I can I can tell you that it won't just be that, as you guys will probably know. You don't just have to deal with the Duke. You first also have to go through the whole coronation of getting Elia
Yeah.
on the throne, and
Yeah.
then she could order you to go to the north and explore this thing.
Exactly.
And release
There
our
we go.
prisoner of war.
Yeah, and have him accompany
Indeed.
us.
All right, now I see the order of operations.
Yeah, the order of operations.
Mhm.
So yes, we
Perfect.
tell the Duke we want Elia on the throne. We get her on the throne. We go north to find her cure, and we bring
Along with our
the
freed
Lord
prisoner.
with us.
And
Yes.
someone kills her while we're gone.
I fucking hope not.
I certainly hope not, but you know what?
Yo, her brothers are tasked to help her. Because again, this will also help Theo out, because if she gets cured,
He doesn't have to worry about the
Theo
magic
has
anymore.
anything to be afraid anymore.
And then you have another spare.
Yeah,
And then
exactly. We have another spare.
It's okay, guys.
Also,
If this all falls apart, we have 2 backups.
We have
can
2
easily
spares.
We can easily task Avron with protecting Elia while we're away, and that'll make him feel like he has importance.
This dude is a third level, at least class of Path of War already, at least 3rd level, and going to get better. Do you know how busted that is?
He's 3rd level
This boy's
swashbuckler
got a lot.
and picking up the initiator levels.
Well, as I said, he doesn't have any. He just has the potential.
You know what's
He
funny
needs to
though?
be trained by the right person.
You know what's funny though? This makes sense that he's Alvor's son. He's gaining levels very quickly, just like in Champions of Nertor.
No, I'm just imagining now, though she's the queen, Theo can grow up to be like her magical court mage, and then Avron can be her like top knight, like
Super knight in shining armor.
No,
I really hope nothing bad happens.
How are you gonna?
I can't wait to go home and see my family.
Oh my god.
Man, we should take Avron with us. Do you think about how much experience he'd get? Think of how many levels he would get.
Live faster, Avron. We'll get experience if we survive.
Kill a Kraken, but like bring it down to 1 HP left, and then have
Avron
Avron hit it.
Yeah, give him True Strike.
Just make sure he's not in our party, so
make him hit
that
the touch
he
AC.
Gets EXP.
Yeah.
True Strike on touch AC. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. All right.
He just has to tap
We'll
it
go
first.
ahead.
Okay, we
We'll
can
go
set it
ahead.
up for a coup de grace. He'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed the Maids of Roswald today.
I didn't know we were still live.
Yeah, we're still live. Thank you for tuning in. We hope you've enjoyed, and things are shaping up rather nicely. You know, I hope nothing bad happens. So until then, we'll see all of you next week for Detectives, and then the week after for another episode of Maids of Roswald. So until then, bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Bye.